Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Monday, November 11th, 2024. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr. The Travis and DeMarco Show is on for this Veterans Day holiday. Whether you have the day off today or not, take a moment to remember what this day is all about in our country. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Meanwhile, on this Monday, we will get you set. Rams football tonight. Both Trav, actually this entire show, Trav, DeMarco, Emily, Jorge, they're all part of the Rams broadcast team. And coverage begins today at 3:15 p.m. Rams, Dolphins, Monday Night Football. Plus, Lakers doing a little winning. So are the LA Kings. We've got Kings hockey tonight up in Calgary. You'll hear that on the ESPN LA app. Let's do it on this Veterans Day. The Travis and DeMarco Show. Monday, right now.
Yeah!
Do it, baby.
How about that? Happy Veterans Day, DeMarco. I know
Yes,
you just
sir.
fired off some text to your family members
Uncle
that
and
are
two cousins.
service members.
Yes, thank you for your service. Absolutely. They're going to send me pictures soon
Of?
of them as when they were serving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my uncle is close to 80.
Okay, was he
Yeah.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines? Air Force, okay.
So Air Force, 2 Army.
Air Force, 2 Army.
2 Army, yes,
Okay.
sir. So happy Veterans Day to all that serve and who are serving now.
There you go. My
Yes.
gramps was a Marine.
Ooh.
And I made a error at one point, and I said former Marine, and he corrected me very quickly.
Quickly, right?
Travis, there is no such thing as a former Marine.
Wow.
Once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
I love that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I like how you said it. He's a Marine.
Yep.
Everybody stops.
Yep. He was a Marine. Was a Marine. He is no longer with us, but
Okay.
he was a Marine. So happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. How's your weekend, my friend?
Terrific,
You were
man.
busy.
Yes, LAFC on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mario Ruiz, for the tickets. We sat in the Founders Club.
Pretty nice.
Brought my daughter and her best friend.
Were they rambunctious?
They had a great time,
Good.
especially in the candy section, the free
Oh,
candy.
yeah, that's a good
they
spot.
went bonkers,
Yeah.
and they got on screen twice.
Perfect.
And the LAFC won. It was so much fun. Yes.
There you go.
So great. How about you?
I had a great weekend. I got a long walk yesterday.
Yeah.
8 miles, top of the world in Laguna. It was a good one. Dragged my wife with me. She had
For
not
all
made
8
that.
miles?
She had not made that one because she just got her hip replaced not that long ago.
Yeah.
Few months ago. I guess 3, 4, or 5 months ago. So this is the first super long one we've gone
How'd
for.
she do?
She killed it.
She killed it.
She killed
8
it.
miles, and she
Killed
doesn't
it.
walk
Up
8 miles.
1,500 feet of climb. Too.
Wow. She
Yeah.
didn't cuss you out the whole time.
No, well, she got a little quiet for one period of time. It was
Oh my God.
pretty bright and sunny
You
out
got
there.
me out here for 8 miles.
But it was
Wow.
good. Had
That's
some
awesome.
wine a little bit here and there over the
Nice.
weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a successful weekend.
So Friday was good for me. Saturday was, I don't remember much.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hanging out with my brother.
Oh, that's right.
And my nephew.
Did you arrange my golf round?
I think I did.
Okay.
I got him all fired up.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's
Fired up like he wants to kill me, or fired
No.
up like he's excited to play?
fired up like he wants to play.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is going to be good. So, yeah.
I sent you a text on Friday afternoon, and I
Yes.
wasn't kidding. Your brother's golf bag and what is in it was preoccupying my thoughts. I
Yes.
could not let it come.
I showed him
damn.
that. I showed him that before we got too hammered, and
Yeah.
he's so excited. I cannot wait. He said, skins game?
Oh,
What
yeah.
does the skins game mean?
So basically,
That's you versus him.
Every hole is worth its own thing. So
Okay.
you can play a match, which is the whole round.
Yeah.
You can play a skin. There's a million different things you can do. A skins game is every hole is its own match.
What would you rather do?
I could do either.
Either?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll
I
figure
could do
this
either.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I said, I'm driving the cart and mixing the drinks. That's all. I'm not swinging a club
What
at
are you
all.
making?
Whatever you guys want.
Oh,
Worthy
okay.
Splash?
Yeah, those are pretty good. That's a John Ireland turned me on to the worthy
A
splash.
worthy splash?
Yeah,
What's
it's
a worthy splash?
It's tequila and pineapple juice over ice with
As
a
in
squeeze of
James
lime.
Worthy splash?
Yes. So Worthy turned Ireland onto it.
Okay.
And Ireland turned me onto it, and I have subsequently turned other people onto
Tequila and pineapple juice.
it with a squeeze of lime over
we're
on the
on.
rocks.
We're on.
And DeMarco.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Okay, I'll mix those up.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
have
at
that going.
times, so I've made this at home before, but I also sometimes add a little carbonation. I'll do like a little
like a little club soda.
yeah, a little club soda or some sort of seltzer that I have around me, and I like a little carbonation in my
Sounds
drinks.
great.
It's great.
How was your weekend, Em?
Watched
Should I call you Walk Off Emily?
Okay, yeah, no, I did have a Freddie Freeman moment yesterday in my game. Our team, so the way I play kickball is either it's 40 minutes elapse or 7 innings. So
Okay.
it's like whatever comes first. And so we're playing this team. We're pretty evenly matched with this team. We have some good defensive plays. We have one explosive inning where we score all our runs, basically. But we're down 2 runs going into the final. We could have the opportunity to walk it off. We were the home team. And so We get one run in, and it comes up to me. I'm the bottom of the order. I'm like where the lineup turns around. And so I had one fly out earlier in the game, but I come up to bat, and I'm one of our two, like, deeper kickers. They say, big kicker, and they all back up. It's great. It makes me feel great.
I bet it does.
And so all I have to do is I have to put the ball in play. We have 2 outs, but I can get to first. All I have to do is put that ball in play, and I think we get home. I put it out in the outfield. The girl bobbles it, drops it, and we win. We walk off win.
Did you run around first base with your hand in the air like Freddie Freeman?
No, I did tell my friend Emily, who was the other person who's on third. I was like, run home, because she was waiting for the ball to be caught. I was like, just go.
2 outs. You got to go. Right? You know, there's no waiting. You're not tagging up with 2 outs. We got to go.
Yes, sir.
So it was really fun. I was like, because I haven't been playing this season because I've been doing the Rams and we play on Sundays. And so I was pinch hitting for the team. The last we went up a division as well, so we're more competitive. So
you went. What's the reverse? What's the opposite of relegation?
Promoted.
Promotion.
Promoted.
You move up.
Yes, you were promoted.
And then I think I watched maybe 4 movies this weekend.
That's a lot
all
of movies.
At home.
That's a lot of movies.
Some classics, some not as great movies, but I had a great time.
Good. Buenos dias, Flash.
Buenos dias.
Yeah. Bro, you got a fan.
Hey,
How was Chili's?
Chili's was awesome.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah. We had
Did you get
that,
the super nachos and
we
ribs?
had no nachos. We went the wings because we don't like the nachos. We don't share the nachos, so we had the wings.
Yeah.
We had, all you could drink. We started with Paloma, as fancy as you can get it as Chili's.
Yeah.
And then, the rest, we got a steak. We got ribs. We got a salad.
You had a great night.
Oh, fantastic night.
Happy anniversary to you,
gracias,
Brenda.
yeah.
Nice. Wait a minute.
What?
I thought you went to a different restaurant.
It's just a bit, DeMarco.
Oh, my bad.
You went fancy, man.
My bad.
Play along, bro.
I could have sworn you went someplace else.
Jorge, I'm a little disappointed in you. I want to see how far we could go with this before he realized that you didn't go to Chili's.
Unless Chili's changed their entire decor. I'm like, wait a minute.
You went to the fancy Chili's.
That's not my Chili's.
Where's the stop sign on
That's
the
what
wall?
I'm saying.
Right?
Hold on a minute. Wow. Okay, my
He's
bad.
all confused. Oh, that was fun. No, it was fun. Flash. Why'd you call me Flash?
Somebody named Jesse at the FC game.
Yeah, Jesse Luna. Jesse Luna and I went to high school. We were both soccer players in high school.
Yeah.
And I got the nickname of Flash because I was fast back then. I was really, really fast. And then the track coach from Nogales High School wanted me to run track because my cousin has a couple of records there at Nogales High School. Adrian Aguilar. If you guys look him up, he's my cousin. So he's got a couple of records, and then the coach wanted me to run.
What did he want you to run? What events?
Cross country.
Oh, no, never
yeah,
cross country.
and stuff like that.
It's too hard.
So I was telling DeMarco, me being 14 years old, I told the coach, I was like, you know what, coach, like thanks for like asking me, but man, I run after a ball, I don't run after time.
Yeah.
And he
didn't like that.
Nah, for 4 years, every time he saw me, he's like, you could be great.
Travis, so why couldn't the guy tell me that? He kept telling me, like, call him Flash, call him Flash. Like, well, why do you call him Flash? Well, ask him.
Which point in the match did you run into? Is it Jesse, your buddy? Yeah, Jesse.
As soon as we sat down,
like
in
before
the
the
first
game
half.
started.
Yeah, so he said,
was
hey,
he tailgating?
He was tailgating with his buddies. They were having a blast.
Yeah.
I'm still in dad mode.
Okay.
I have my daughter and her friends, so I'm trying to sit them down, and hey, that's DeMarco. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then in the second half, we got everybody settled. I'm like, okay, hello, who are you? Oh, I know this guy named Flash. You work with him. Who? Travis?
Not me.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Jorge. Jorge's Flash? Yeah. Why do you call him Flash? Ask him. So I'm like, what are you setting me up for?
Yeah, like that.
That's
because
weird.
if you said my nickname's Flash, I would assume you're fast.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But if the guy says, I'm not telling you, now I'm like,
he's taking his clothes off?
why do we want to know that he's Flash?
Yeah. He's like taking your clothes. Good. I'm glad it's
Why
because
would
you
that
can
be
run.
Flash?
I have no flashing
of
people.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
Or photography.
Yeah,
Something.
photography.
Something. But it was a great game.
Your second guess is the right one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, what is going on here? But yeah, he loves you. Like,
Sure. Thanks, Jesse.
okay. Are you guys friends?
Yeah. I mean, we went to high school together. We reconnected back at the softball game. And
Oh, nice.
I think he's a soccer coach at Bishop Amont High School.
Is he?
Go Lancers.
So
Okay.
he's a soccer coach.
Learned a lot again.
Yeah.
There you go.
I always ask
Flash
questions
and-
when I'm there. Yeah.
And the candy depot for the girls.
Candy Depot, I wore out the pretzels. Oh, my God.
Oh,
I wore out the
those
little
are
hot
good.
pretzels.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
God. Yeah,
Mustard?
give me 4. I don't mind. There's a line behind me. Give me 4 of them. I don't care. I don't care.
4 is a lot of
I have
pretzels.
a Modelo, and I needed pretzels. Give me 4. I'm
That
not
you
coming
went.
back up.
How did you not go into a carb OD?
I don't know.
That's a lot of carbs.
It was good, though.
Of course it's good. It's pretzels and beer.
Awesome.
Who has not enjoyed that?
Yes.
We get Monday Night Football tonight. Cannot wait. And
Yes.
this is a huge game for a variety of different reasons. Number one, the Rams win tonight. They move into 8th in the NFC, which is, you're knocking on the door of the playoff spot. They're right in the middle of it.
Yes, you're in the mix. You saw Arizona play, right?
I did.
Yeah, they look very, very confident.
They do.
And San Francisco getting Christian McCaffrey back.
I like that they just let him ease his way back into
Right.
They just absolutely rode him.
They're that close to getting their timing back with him.
Yeah.
And when they do, they're going to be a snootful. So not only do you need to win tonight, look, I can care less if it's 3 points, 1 point, 10
Just win.
points. Just win tonight.
Get that 5th win.
But if you can, send a message to the rest of this division that you're for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're in the hunt for this
Does that
thing.
matter?
I think it does. I took the message from Arizona that they think this is their season.
The message that they put it on them, or the message that they got 6 wins and their schedule's pretty manageable the rest of the way?
All that.
All the above.
All that.
If you're the Vikings,
yes.
not the Vikings, the Seahawks or the Niners or the Cardinals, and you see the Rams, let's say, just for argument's sake, they win like 35-10.
Yes.
Okay, they win decisively. That's more impressive to you than if they won 31-28?
I think so.
Okay.
It would get your attention. I mean, I'm sure they're riding high in San Fran after what Debo did to his long snapper and kicker.
That was weird.
Once you get past that, I'm sure they're riding high in Arizona. So they're probably not thinking about you. So make sure you give them something to think about after tonight. So get the win, number one. That's all we care about. Go to 4-0,
Yep.
4 wins in a row.
Yep.
But if you can send a message, I think it would be prudent to do that in this division.
We can come back and get started on tonight's game coming up in just a little bit. But this is my personality. Forgive me. I know you're going to roll your eyes at me and be like, Trav, you can't do it like this. I know, but this is how I do
Go
it.
ahead.
I can't stop thinking about the loss to the Bears. That, to me, because I'm like projecting towards the end of the season, and I'm thinking the Rams are going to be 9-10, somewhere in there, and it's going to come down to record against conference opponents. The Bears are going to have 5 or 6 or 7 wins, and one of them is going to be against the Rams, and that could be the difference between going and not going.
You saw the Bears play, right?
Yeah.
Do they look rudderless?
They look terrible.
They look like they're a mess, and you lost.
They look like they're getting ready to fire their coach, too.
I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody's got to go. It's not going to be Caleb. Somebody's got to go after this. They look bad, especially on offense. Like they have no plan whatsoever. And I keep thinking, just like you did, how did the Rams lose to that football team? But different group, different era.
They weren't
different
healthy.
Feeling in the locker room.
All of those things. It's a much different team now. And look, you still have, what do they got? They got 9 games left. So there's tons of football left to be played. But you can kind of see the outline of how this NFC West is going to shake up. You can kind of see the outline of how the NFC wildcard teams are going to shake up. And the Rams are going to be right on the cusp, I think, of both of those. Let's get into that. Coming up next, it's Trav. It's DeMarco at 710 ESPN.
Monday Night Football.
Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Cappy, and it is time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East LA on a Tuesday afternoon for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center. It's 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay, Morales, even Beto's coming to do the show live from 3 to 6. Laker tickets, Kings tickets, USC tickets, we got them all to give away. And thanks to our friends from Stella Rosa. Live broadcast this Tuesday from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers of vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. 0 security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
With the season in full swing, stay up to date with Lakers emails sent straight to your inbox. Each email offers something different. Lakers pregame emails get you game day essentials before tip-off, from projected starters to game times, while Lakers weekly emails gives you exclusive Lakers content created especially for subscribers. Never miss a minute of the action by signing up now at Lakers.com/emails. That's Lakers.com/emails.
FX's grotesquerie.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Detective, you have an entire family murdered.
Niecy Nash Betts.
The monster is out here!
Courtney B. Vance.
God knows what darkness we let in.
And Travis Kelsey.
There's no future after this.
FX's grotesquerie. All new Wednesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Always tip the bartender.
Always.
Yes.
I was just telling DeMarco of my trip to Gelson's over the weekend.
Yes.
My sushi bar Gelson's trip, which is the highlight of my weekend.
Looked good.
Frequently.
Yes.
It was great.
Tip the barber, tip the bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was flipping through HBO or Showtime and all those, and I came across The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Right at the moment.
Burt Reynolds or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Right at the moment where they're going into the field, like Rio Grande High School, they turn it into the field we're going to play. And Jim Rome goes on screen and says, "Oh, Travis told me I was." Yeah, it was
nice. You're in the movie.
I heard Travis's
Does that count as being in the movie?
Your name is in the movie.
My name is in the movie.
Jim Rome said Travis.
Like my government name is in the movie.
You're in the movie. You need a SAG card after that.
I have a SAG card.
There you go.
So do you, by the way.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on this Veterans Day. We're reacting to the Lakers' back-to-back wins at home from the weekend and getting you ready for Rams Monday Night Football tonight at SoFi. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. I'm excited to see it because we just had a primetime game a couple weeks ago, Thursday night against the Vikings. Monday night's better than Thursday night.
It is. This is at SoFi, LA. It's all made for primetime football. It's going to be lit up. It's going to be beautiful. I got one of my best friends who's never been to SoFi.
Oh, really?
He's going tonight with his son.
It's one of those things you walk in, you're like, oh my gosh.
Will the sun be in everyone's eyes?
No.
There's
a roof up there. Yeah.
The sun will be down.
Is it because we constructed the stadium north and south?
That's funny.
I mean, we'll get to that. And look, the sun is going to be where the sun's going to be. It's not like it changes day to day. It's kind of where it always is.
Leave Jerry alone.
Yeah.
He's got his own problems.
He had a bad day yesterday, as did the Cowboys. Here's the rub with the Rams right now, and I think this is why tonight, obviously, 5-4, you're right in it. 4-5, and you got a lot of work to do moving forward. And it's not a death sentence if you don't win, but they need to win tonight because here's what's going on. The Arizona Cardinals are leading the NFC West. Okay, they are. Here's what they've got left. They've already got 6 wins. Okay, they're at 6, so they need to get. If we think 10 wins the division, you got to find 4 more wins in the remainder of this schedule. You tell me if you think any of these are put them in the win column. At Seattle,
win.
At Minnesota,
could go either way, but win.
I agree. Let's not count it as a win.
Okay.
So we get Seattle as 1.
Okay.
Home Seattle,
win.
2. New England at home,
win.
3. At Carolina,
win.
4. At Rams,
loss.
Okay.
Yes.
San Francisco in Phoenix.
Depends.
Okay.
Depends on what San Fran shows up.
So we have 4 kind of in your back pockets, 2 toss-ups, and 1 loss.
It's going to be a race to the finish.
That's 10 wins.
Yes.
If we're right, that's 11 if one of the 2 toss-ups goes the other way. 11 wins in the NFC West is going to be very hard to catch.
You're going to have to beat Arizona if you're the Rams. You're going to have to win tonight. You have to beat Arizona, and you have to beat San Fran. You have to sweep San Francisco. And then you cannot have a hiccup versus New England. You cannot have a hiccup versus the Saints. And you're going to have to beat Philadelphia.
You get Seattle again.
Yeah, you can beat them.
You get Seattle again. You get Arizona again. San Francisco, that's just one of those matchups that's always a challenge. And then the Philly one is the big one. And tonight, we've talked about it a million times. I know that Miami's record stinks, but they don't stink. Like they just don't feel like a 2-win team to me. This feels like a game that you're going to have. They're not going to give it to you. You're going to have to go out there and win and make plays and prevent Tua from making plays, prevent Tyreek Hill from making plays. And that's much easier said than done.
No, I think you're going to have to win time of possession. You're going to have to keep Tua and that high-powered offense on the bench.
Last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to have to keep them on the bench. And when you're on the field versus Tua and the gang, you cannot miss tackles in the open field. That's the one thing I noticed about this weekend. Defenses are starting to get tired. You're starting to see guys miss a lot of tackles. Just like with Arizona. With the Jets, they missed a ton of tackles that could have gotten them off the field.
Jets stink too.
But they were in the right spot.
No,
you had you had guys in position to make plays. They just didn't. Kept giving Kyler extra downs. He's going to beat you. They scored 3 on 3 straight possessions. That cannot happen versus Miami because they can run past you. They're all fast. They're all good. You cannot miss tackles in the open field.
What do you try to? Is it Tyreek Hill? Is that the first place you go to try to?
You bracket him. Yeah, you have to bracket that guy. Take him away.
Explain what that means.
Just by structure, you're going to keep one underneath and one over the top. We're going to tell Tua you can't get him the ball, and if you do, we're going to tackle. He's not going to beat us down the field with anything explosive. The problem is you're leaving yourself wide open for OBJ and the rest of the gang. You're leaving yourself wide open for them to run the football at you. And I told you this before. I would let them run the ball. I would let them have a field day running the football to keep all those skill position guys in check because that's how you die fast against Miami. And you're not going to get to Tua.
Yeah.
You're not going to get to him as fast as he gets the ball out. So let them run, take away Ty Hill, make Tua beat you, make him get frustrated. He may throw you one. And then on the other side, Stafford's got to stay on the field.
Stay on the field with the wide receiver group that we have back. We only got to see Puka a little bit last week, and we know what happened there. Cooper Kupp was Cooper Kupp all over again. We saw Demarcus Robinson have 2 more touchdowns along the way. But this, to me, if you're talking about limiting possessions, if you're talking about making sure that the Miami offense isn't on the field.
Spectating.
Kyren Williams gets the ball a lot. You might even get a lot of Blake Corum tonight, at least a lot by his standards. Instead of 1 or 2, maybe it's 6 or 7.
Not just them either. Running the ball traditionally, definitely, with either, like you said, Kyren or Blake Corum, but end arounds, anything you got in the run game, anything you have in the run game to supplement your traditional run game, just to take time off the clock and stay on the field. And then when it comes time for Matthew Stafford to be Matthew Stafford, he's got to be accurate.
Seems like he's kind of on one all of a sudden too. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
he got his guys
finally,
back. He's got a little time. He's got people to throw the ball to, and all of a sudden, third week in a row, I'm gonna say, guys, wasn't me.
Right.
Like you're giving me a little time. I've had the running game, but now, hey, that's Cooper Kupp. Hey, that's Puka Nacua. And because they draw so much attention, Demarcus Robinson's on their third or fourth best guy, and he's going to win that matchup way more than he's not, and you can take advantage of that too.
Finally, I started to hear it with Matthew Stafford and read it at the same time. Future Hall of Famer. Before, people were on the fence. I don't know what's changed between last season and now. Maybe it's the turnaround. But it seems like people
You think it's changed that much?
Well, you're starting to hear it come out of a lot of pundits' mouths now, like talking heads. It's become the buzzword. The phrase to say with Matthew Stafford is future Hall of Famer.
I think he's got one more hurdle to clear. I think he's probably in anyway. I think the way that you absolutely lock it in, punch, just like, okay, we're done. I don't even know if it's another Super Bowl appearance, a Super Bowl win. Forget about it. That's a guarantee. It's one more playoff run where you're like, my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at that in this
one.
The reason they won, they were this close last year with Detroit. Like, had they beaten Detroit and gone to that second game, who knows what happens after that. But even if just that win, it's like, here we go again. That was a team that wasn't supposed to be very good. You get into the playoffs, you win a playoff game, and that's where the legend or the resume or however you want to characterize it starts to build, because he had the one great run with the Rams where they won the Super Bowl. He's had all the stats. He can become, I think, 10th in completions or touchdowns with one or two.
He's got the numbers now.
But it's that oh yeah factor. We're not quite there yet.
You know what's funny? His rise coincides with Aaron Rodgers' demise.
Yeah.
He's starting to fall. He's starting to, dare I say, hurt his legacy. You can't hurt it. He's going into the Hall of Fame.
He is.
But he's starting to hurt his Q rating. And I think
no doubt
Stafford is stepping into that void as the elder statesman, the last of a dying breed type quarterback.
He's not the cliff. There's no, like, if you're graphing this, right?
Yeah.
There's no cliff. Like, Rodgers was amazing, but these last 2 years have been a cliff. It's been bad. It's a little like Russell Wilson in Denver, but Wilson's climbed back to the top again. All of a sudden, he's in Pittsburgh.
Another
doing great.
guy. Yeah.
But Rodgers' second act has been a disaster.
Wouldn't that be a great Super Bowl?
Which one?
The Rams and the Steelers. With those two quarterbacks going at it.
It's a rerun of what, 1980?
Wouldn't that be special, though?
Yeah.
Everybody wrote those
Where's
guys
Pat
off.
Hayden? Bring Pat Hayden. Or was it Ferragamo? It was Ferragamo, wasn't it?
Ferragamo. Yes, it was Ferragamo when they lost to the Steelers.
I don't know if I would survive that game.
That would be a fun matchup between the coaches, between the quarterbacks. That would be awesome.
Emily, come on. Put your cards on the table.
Who would win that game?
No. Who would you be rooting for?
Oh, I'd be rooting for the Steelers. Sorry,
you have
guys.
to. Yeah, root for proximity rules.
I would be
Come on
rooting
now.
for the Steelers. That's been
okay.
I root for the NFC. I root for the Rams until they play the Steelers.
Yeah,
I do have one thing to say about Verse and Fisk.
Go.
It's not supposed to be this easy. The transition from college to pro is not supposed to be this easy for these guys.
Does it help that they're teammates in college?
It's the biggest deal ever. And I don't know if you'll ever see this again where you can draft a guy or two guys from the same team, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You might not see that again, but it definitely does help to have that guy with you.
Well, the Rams had to move up to get Fisk, and they had to pay handsomely for the right to do it, and thankfully it hit the way that it did, because the Fisk pick was that one on day 2 where people were like, look, he's good.
They were shocked, yeah.
He's good, but, man, they paid a lot of money to move up and get him. Well, there you go.
He's
That's
worth
why.
every penny. Absolutely tore Seattle a new one. So the last 4 weeks, those 5 guys, Hoyt, Verse, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, and Fisk, 28 quarterback hits, 12.5 sacks. You want to know why the defense has turned around? That right there. They are getting unbelievable pressure on every quarterback they play. Now, it's going to be tougher. Tua gets the ball out of his hand faster than any quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Either by design or by the way he just plays the game. Like, they are not going to let that guy get hit because of his injury history.
Sure.
So the ball is coming out. So this is going to be get into your pass rush move and get in pursuit immediately. But if he does hold it, they'll win.
The team, what you're talking about, that get it out quick, get short passes, hit those guys in stride, get them moving in space. You know what that reminds me of?
Who?
San Francisco. When the Rams would play San Francisco, maybe not so much right now.
Oh, those quick slants and outs.
Yes, where Jimmy Garoppolo in particular was he'd throw the ball to George Kittle. The ball would go 4 feet in the air, but the next thing you know, he's 12 yards down the field.
It's good for your quarterback, sucks for your receivers, because it's the ball's coming out and you're getting tackled immediately. That's why Ty Hill's numbers aren't looking the way they're not Ty Hill-esque. But at some point, they might
That's
start
a Tua thing, though, too, right? Did he miss all that time?
But he may just start to straighten out and throw the football down the field. But if you do, you run the risk of running into these guys right here, these young defensive linemen.
I can't wait. Pre-game show starts at 3:15. DeMarco Farr, you are on at about 4:15, if memory serves.
I'm on right now. Let's go, baby.
And at 4:15. College football quarters coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. You know what tonight is? Not only is it Monday Night Football, not only is it Rams Monday Night Football, it's a great time for you to go play Prize Picks, right? Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy with Prize Picks. You go in there, take a look at, Kyren Williams. Is he going to score a touchdown or not? More than half a touchdown or less. Go take a look at Tyreek Hill. More or touchdown or less. This is Prize Picks. You pick more, you pick less. It really is that easy. And you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as just 4 correct picks. So what are you waiting for? You can't play, though, if you don't have the app on your phone. And, of course, you're going to want to put in that code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 to get your $50 instantly after you place your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Get ready, Los Angeles. Join Sedano and Cap on Tuesday, November 12th from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Ramirez Beverage Center on Olympic Boulevard for a Stella Rosa Dream Ticket Live broadcast. Enjoy the energy, meet the crew, and score big with chances to win tickets to see USC take on Nebraska, plus hockey tickets too. So mark your calendars, grab your friends, and head over to 2765 East Olympic Boulevard for an evening filled with giveaways and LA's favorite sports talk and wine. Stella Rosa. Don't miss it.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Real and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days and style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. For instance, TCU walked into the locker room at halftime in the 2016 Alamo Bowl, down 31-0. The Horned Frogs stormed into the second half and erased a 31-point deficit to force overtime, and eventually won it in the third overtime, 47-41.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday. Take a moment today to remember what this day is all about. What's on tap today? Thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Coming up at 3:15 p.m. after Mason and Ireland, the Rams countdown to kickoff. We begin with coverage. 2 hours of pregame with Trav and Kirk Morrison live from SoFi. Kickoff at 5:15. Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. And then we'll have you covered with the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Plus, the LA Kings are back on the ice, and they're hot. Speaking of hot, they're up in Calgary to battle the Flames. Coverage at 5 p.m. on the all-new ESPN LA app. That's what's on tap today right now. More of the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday on 710.
And it is time for our college football corner. All right, we haven't done one in a couple weeks, but it was a big weekend.
Dodgers got in the way.
Exactly. I'll blame everything on the Dodgers. But Ole Miss beat Georgia 28-10, and I believe this is one of Georgia's first losses to someone that isn't Alabama in a long time.
Yeah.
I think maybe like 2 or 3 years, and so
That's
it's
crazy.
huge. But realistically, now the SEC could be in a 7-way tie for second place. Whoever wins the championship game is the number 1 overall going to the college football playoff, but there could be a 7-way tie for that second place spot, and it's ridiculous. Like, Tennessee, Texas A&M are all in there. Georgia now has 2 losses in the conference, 2 losses overall. And just so everyone knows, going into the end, these are the head-to-head, how the tiebreakers work. Head-to-head among the tied teams, record versus common opponents among the tied teams, record against the highest-placed opponent among the tied teams, and combined winning percentage of all conference opponents for each team. So lots of tiebreakers here that may come to the end. I'm liking this, that, the playoffs have enough spots that these games are really important coming down the stretch.
It's chaos.
I'm going to steal a line from every baseball coach ever when they talk about, well, you got 4 outfielders. How are you going to play them all? And the answer is always the same. These things tend to work themselves out.
Oh, they will.
That somebody gets hurt, somebody underperforms, and there will not be a 7-way tie in the SEC. But what's crazy, DeMarco, is that it's not like, well, if these 28 far-fetched things happen, it's like not only possible, it's just short of likely. You're going to get
a couple teams.
You're going to get a log jam of teams in there, and I think this is what makes the CFP fun, is that there are more. Okay, we got 3 teams tied for. They're all going to go, so it really doesn't matter all that much as far as who goes. But somebody could be an SEC co-champion and not even get to go to the college football playoff.
You can't fix this thing and make it perfect, can you? There's always going to be someone left out that should be in.
The only way you can do it
is,
and this is why, and I think you could do this in basketball. You could never do it in football. Everybody's in.
Everybody's in?
You just play a tournament, and you just start knocking people out like you would have a 4-game.
How many games is that?
Less than you think, but a lot.
16?
Probably something like that.
That's a pro schedule.
Like in basketball, to go from where we are now, which is 68, to all of them, it only adds like 2 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're 68 to 164.
I don't mind. You're getting paid
exponentially growing
smaller. I used to care. I don't care anymore. You're getting paid now. So if you got to play 16, 17 games to crown a champion, then so be it.
Well, whoever wins the title is going to play. So if you play 12 regular season, conference championship 13. If you go through the non-bye, that would be 14, 15. You'd have to play. If you don't get the bye, that's 16 games. That's a pro season.
You're a pro anyway. So I heard this from a college coach. He's older now, and he drinks a lot. He said whoever wins the national championship out of this current format will be the greatest college team ever.
Just of the length of schedule?
Because of the length of schedule. Everybody's being paid now. Everything's above board.
Okay.
It's no longer you're being voted. You have to actually play for it. And you can, like you said, 1 loss, 2 losses don't disqualify you.
No.
You can actually play for it now. So you get the best team in the country at the end of this.
I want to shoot holes in that, but I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I think of it, you know what team always jumps to mind when I think like the greatest
Miami?
College? Yes.
Yeah, one of Miami. Yeah, because they're loaded with pros, right?
There were like 38 guys that made the NFL on that team,
but
and like
that
6 Hall of Famers.
Remember that schedule they played, though?
Yeah.
I mean, they played 1 or 2 hard games a year, and the rest were runaways.
Absolutely, but then they all went to the NFL, and a bunch of them went to the Hall of Fame.
Totally. Totally. But, I mean, would they still be as good if you had to play like
it's a great
tough
question.
SEC schedule?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, so this is kind of weird. We talk about this, that, okay, if I'm player X at, let's just pick USC, and I'm not getting on the field, well, I'm going to leave to go over here, right? Because I want to make sure that I play. The more games you play, what becomes more valuable? Your depth.
Yeah.
Right? Because guys get hurt, guys, they just get banged up. You need more than just 11 guys on each side of the ball. You need your depth, which used to be a strength of teams like Miami and USC and Ohio State. Like, their backup left tackle was just as good as their first-string left tackle, where your backup left tackle is studying to be a CPA.
Yes.
And he's just going to murder your guy.
Oklahoma had that. Their backup went in the first round. Backup tackle went in the first round.
All the time, right?
Yes.
So now I wonder if there's an opportunity, because the season is, and again, this doesn't apply to everybody. This would apply to the top 15 or 20 teams. Hey, listen, you might be the backup here, but you're going to play because we're going to end up playing 14, 15, 16 games. There's almost no chance where everybody makes it through the whole season.
True.
That your depth becomes more important than it does right now because guys just leave right away.
I am having fun watching college football, but I got to admit I'm not as into it because UW is kind of middling.
Is it the UW factor, or is it that guys are on new teams every year?
Nope, just the UW factor for me, that we're middling. We're hanging in there. So it's not so fun to be on the outside looking in. I can only imagine what it's like to be a Trojan fan right now, to watch all this go down and to be not even in the mix, to be trying to fire your coach that you can't fire. That sucks.
Not only in the mix, DeMarco, they're trying to stay out of the damn cellar.
But that's the cool thing about what you just said. This could all turn around in a year.
So the transfer portal opens on December 9th.
Yes.
Okay? That's 5 minutes from now, basically.
I'd be hitting the phones every day if I was, every day.
By name, USC was mentioned in this thing already. Anyone on the hot seat needs to go crazy. That was the quote from an unnamed administrator.
Anyone on the hot seat, coaching-wise, needs to go crazy.
Yes.
Can you call Lincoln Riley a hot seat?
I think it's at least warm.
I don't know what you call it.
It's not cold.
It's not cold, but you can't fire the guy. So I would be looking to spend as much money as I could NIL style.
That's what they're saying. Is that you got to go in there and go crazy in the NIL world. Go get your quarterback. Go get your left tackle. Get your wide receiver. Get your defensive end. And go and get these guys that make impacts right
God,
away.
You hate me. I'd be robbing teams of all their players. Yes. Oh my, come to SC. I got money for you. We got apartments for you. We got cars for you. We got Hollywood.
Yeah.
We got everything.
Yeah.
You can do this year round out here.
You don't have a winning team though right now.
That's okay. But if we got you, we'd be a winner. Absolutely. That's how I would sell it. Definitely.
That's the pitch for sure.
Absolutely. You'd be featured.
There,
see,
you got to get the quarterback.
I get your kid.
Look, my kid's not going to the NFL, So, but I hear what you're saying.
I would get your kid. Oh yes, I would. Yeah. I get that backup tackle. Come on out here and start. Yep. I know.
It's going to get weird. It's somebody
it's gonna be fun.
But here, to your point, going back to your original question.
Yeah.
Can you do it to make everybody happy? Who's the odd? Let's use the SEC is too convoluted to do it. Here's Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Indiana. Okay, those are the four teams from the Big Ten. They're going. Okay,
correct.
They're going to go. Let's say Michigan was having their typical year.
They're in the mix.
They're in the mix too. Somebody's still going to get left out. In the SEC, 2 or 3 teams could end up being left out that not only have a claim to it, but could potentially be co-conference champions. And we're going to let SMU have a seat at the table, BYU, but they're not as good as those teams.
You're going to tell them they're out?
I don't want anybody to be out. This is why I thought the whole thing was,
just open it up.
No. The opposite, quite frankly.
Close it?
The way we had it before, I really liked it. 4, 5, and 6 were always kind of sort of the same. But then once you got past that, it's like, none of those teams. Well, now we're all the way to 12, and now we're arguing about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're always going to have guys that are frustrated that they're on the bubble and just missed or just got in. So if we're going to do that anyway, let's at least make sure that we get some of this deadwood out of here so somebody doesn't upset somebody because of a fumble or a...
How do you get them out?
You can't do it now. You've already opened the gate.
But how would you get them out? How would you get the dead wood out? Like you said, get rid of the dead wood. Just open it all up and play?
Look, we already have it. We have 2 conferences that matter.
Right.
Okay, we're going to pick 4
Big
from
10,
here.
SEC.
4, we're going to pick 4 from each of these.
And that's it.
You guys are cute over there. Go ahead.
You guys have 2 super conferences.
Yeah,
split the country in half. You're here, we're there, and we play.
NFL.
Yeah.
It already is. It's like the NFL in every respect other than that.
I have no argument anymore. I used to be a big advocot for the student athlete. Not anymore.
We're going to cut it north to south, or we're going to cut it east to west?
I go east-west.
I think so, too.
East-west sounds a lot better.
Yeah, top and bottom.
If you go north-south, the South will win every year.
Well, no.
That's basically the SEC.
And you get,
and Southern California.
You get Yeah, you get Texas and all of the South. Yeah, that you'd have to go
Mississippi. You got to go east-west. That makes more sense.
River. Although, and then maybe take some of the upper Midwest and kick it over to this side.
Depends. Yeah, where would you put Missouri? Right in the middle of it.
Missouri's a southern school, right? Aren't they?
Well, but they're right in the middle of the country.
I get it.
Yeah,
but
if you're going east-west, they're right in the middle.
Let's get a cartographer in here and start figuring out exactly where everybody goes.
I mean, if
we'll
Memphis is in the West in the NBA, then
the Atlanta Braves were in the West. The Atlanta Falcons were in the West.
Remember the old NFC West?
Yeah, New Orleans, Atlanta, St. Louis, and San Francisco.
Well, it was LA at one point. Yes. The only team out west were San Fran and LA. Everybody else was east.
The Cincinnati Reds were in the National League West.
How does that make sense? It doesn't. I'm having so much fun watching college football. Did you watch Colorado at all?
A little bit. I didn't see it a little bit.
My goodness, look out. They look pretty good. They look pretty darn good. They may be in this thing towards the end.
They've got the thing that you got to have. They have a quarterback.
Yes.
They have a playmaking wide receiver, and they have a coach that knows what they're doing.
I didn't see it until yesterday, but the Raiders may have their quarterback. He may be in Colorado.
You know what he doesn't do? I said this to
Turn
Susan.
It over?
That?
Yeah.
But you know what else he doesn't do?
What?
You don't get to hit him.
True.
He gets down. He gets down.
Why do they hold the football so dang long?
He needs to fix that. He needs to get rid of the ball soon because he's running around trying to do
the play is dead.
But when the play is dead, you know what else he does? He gets on the ground.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, I do not need my quarterback being a tough guy. Get on the ground.
But Caleb Williams has that same problem. You're holding the ball too long. The play is dead. Throw it to the sideline. Let's go to the next one.
It is NBA Cup time, and the place to experience watching games like never before is Cosm Los Angeles, right next to SoFi in Inglewood. Remember to use the code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA Cup event at Cosm LA. And this Friday, join Beto Duran as he broadcasts live from Cosm for the pregame and postgame show as the Lakers battle the Spurs in their NBA Cup matchup. Hang with Beto, win prizes, and watch the purple and gold this Friday at Cosm in Los Angeles. All right, best of the NFL weekend. Did you see something that you really liked? If you did, call us right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, and you've got a chance to win 2 nights of hotel accommodations, dinner for 2, and golf or bowling for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Call in with your best of the NFL weekend right now, 877-710-ESPN. That's coming up next on the Trav and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Let me hear your Mahomes, Mason.
I don't have one.
Oh.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh, that was good.
That wasn't terrible.
Great.
Yeah, no, Greg, you've got Kermit the Frog down. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog here. Yeah. That's good. Very good.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. 0 security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
Are you looking for your next game day fit, Lakers fans? We've got the latest collection of items to add to your closet this season. Head over to LakersStore.com. That's LakersStore.com and snag a jersey, tee, hat, and more to rep the purple and gold. We've got the whole family covered with styles for mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Rep the purple and golden style. Check out the LakersStore.com. That's the LakersStore.com. Let's go, Lake Show.
Party and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Monday, November 11th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Party and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Big news, Rams fans. Your favorite team added some new personnel. I'll cue up the announcement. Here we go.
With the next pick in the NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams have chosen Jacob and Ronnie as their chosen legal partner.
That's right. The Rams decided to call Jacob. So remember, Rams fans, when you're injured, call the chosen legal partner of your favorite NFL team. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? The slot's full already?
Final score of today's game?
You said kickoff was at 3. It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts, the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, with his best of the football weekend right now.
My best of the week is the Arizona Cardinals. Boy, do they look scary. And can I call him Call of Duty?
You can call him whatever you'd like.
Kyler Murray, when he is on, he is on. When he's really on,
he's been on.
It's hard to say, or hard not to say, that he's one of the best quarterbacks in this league, period. Definitely in this division.
He's looked like it of late.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan, but it's I'm running out of excuses to say he's not a good player.
No
because he
doubt.
keeps winning games.
There was a time when he was the most untouchable guy out there. He played the rules. When they ran the option with him, and he would run and sprint and pick up first downs and then get down before you could hit him. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So you could run the ball with the quarterback, and then he slides and you can't tag him. But I'll say this. My best of the weekend, did you see James Conner go, their running back?
He's terrific.
He is the most underrated running back in the game. He has the most exciting 7-yard runs I've ever seen, where he takes on 4 and 5 guys, gets out of bounds, and they can't get him off his feet. Do you know who he trains with in the offseason?
Who?
Aaron Donald.
Oh.
Yes, they're both of the same ilk. They work out with dusty dumbbells. This guy plays running back, though. So
I love the dusty dumbbells. That's
you know what I'm talking about.
No one's touched them since the last time they were in the gym.
The ones you don't even look at. Yes, you may lean on them to stretch, but you're not picking these things up. That's that guy. So my best of the weekend is watching Arizona absolutely destroy the Jets and send the message to the rest of the NFC West that we are alive. This is our division. So the Rams are up. You hold serve.
It also was sad Aaron Rodgers at the end of that game, which is always kind of fun to watch.
Yes.
He was in his feelings a little bit, and he didn't want to elaborate. And
I wonder if he shuts it down.
It feels like he might. I don't think he'll quit before the end of the year. The question is whether he comes back next year, because this has been an unqualified disaster.
Yes.
The best of the weekend for me was the Dallas Cowboys Stadium having a window that people can't see out of when the football's thrown their way. It's just tremendous. Jerry Jones, when asked whether or not they should hang some sort of curtain or something because CeeDee Lamb could not see a ball coming his way.
Pointed to his eyes, yeah.
We do know where the damn sun's going to be in our own stadium. Why not just tear the damn stadium down and build another one? Are you kidding me? Everyone's got the same thing. Everyone comes in here and has the same issues. They know where the sun's going to be. Every team has the same thing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but at this time of year, if you play the 1 o'clock or 1:25 game, that sun is going to be in your eyes at one point.
Right
so maybe
there.
once or twice a year we just put a blackout blind or something, a curtain. They do it for concerts apparently in this show all the time.
Yes.
Let's be able to see the ball a little bit.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't Jerry just do that?
I don't know.
Okay, do billionaires not take backward steps?
Maybe not.
Maybe that's
not.
it.
Well, I do like that he wanted to tear the whole damn thing down and build a new one. Why not? Why not? Jerry, build a new one.
You saw Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You said start Trey Lance. Did you see enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Like, that whole team is busted.
But you know he's not the guy.
No, he's not.
He's an athlete playing quarterback.
He's
yes.
not. All right, let's try Nate in Dana Point. Nate, what was your best of the NFL weekend?
My best of the weekend is my Bolts stacking up another win, buying into the whole Harbaugh, run the ball, play D, team can travel. We got to test the next 4 weeks, and I think we're where we need to be finally.
I like that one.
Yeah, look, they're off to exactly the kind of start I thought Jim Harbaugh would have. They're 6-3. It's not particularly beautiful or exciting or fun, but they're 6-3, and they're a playoff team at the moment.
If he gets them in the playoffs, and let's say if the Chargers win a Super Bowl under Harbaugh, does he kind of equate what Pete Carroll did? I mean, do you put him in the same stratosphere? He won in college, and if he wins here,
I'd put him ahead of Pete Carroll.
You would put him ahead of Pete Carroll. That's hard.
It's close,
Yeah,
but I think he's got it because
Same
he will have
stratosphere.
taken 2 NFL teams to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right? He will have taken the Niners. Granted, he didn't win, but he won a national championship in college. Only one. Pete had more than one at SC. But, yeah, I flip a coin, right? Half a dozen here, 60 the other. It's all kind of the same, but
I'm with
Harbaugh's
you.
a lunatic.
I would say it's close. Maybe Harbaugh because all his teams win the same way.
Yeah, he's got a very distinct style about how he
beat you up,
does.
run the ball, play defense, just like he said. Yes.
Congratulations to you, Nate. You just won a 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for 2, and golf for 2 or bowling for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. The best of is presented by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. You know, there are just some guys tomorrow, and you tell me if there's a common trait. Jim Harbaugh just knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, I understand he can be abrasive, that they're not everybody's in love with this guy, that he tends, it looks like he wears out his welcome after a certain period of time, and guys kind of, but my goodness, he shows up and you win. He showed up at University of San Diego as his first head coaching job. USD does not have a good football team. They did when he was there.
Put him on the map. Yep.
Stanford does not have a rich tradition of winning football.
Got it started?
Yeah, he got it started.
Yeah.
Took him to a BCS game with Andrew Luck. Goes to San Francisco, who was terrible at the time.
Nolan?
Immediately made them good.
Yes.
He leaves and goes to Michigan. They win a national championship. He comes back in San Diego, or the Los Angeles Chargers. I still call them San Diego. Perpetually underachievers. For decades. Bam.
Same group of guys. Same group of guys as the last coach. I know.
What does he know that other people don't know? What
Son
is he
of a
doing?
coach, has a brother who's coaching.
Okay.
Seriously competitive, and where not his welcome is the guy is always on.
Yeah.
He's always about winning. That will drive you crazy if you're not like that. If you're an 80%er, you give 80% effort, that will drive you crazy after a while because he's 100% all the time, 1,000 miles an hour.
But what is it like from a football perspective? What is it? Is it just toughness? Because he talks about toughness over and over. They run the ball. They're tough. They're tough. Toughness. He just hammers that in. Is that a real thing?
It's the little things that he coaches, that little things that will keep you from winning and losing. Like he'll stop practice if you step with the wrong foot on a Friday during a walkthrough if you're not taking it seriously. If somebody's late, if you're not wearing the right equipment, like you saw Shanahan did with Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
That stuff every single day. I'm a pro, man. I'm getting paid to do this. This is not Pop Warner. If I don't wear a mouthpiece, it's no big deal. Yeah, it is to him. Everything matters. Everything. He's going to get the best out of you all the time, every single day.
Why can't everybody do that?
Because I don't think people can sell it. I think some people are acting. That's really who he is. Like Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Nick Saban.
No, he's not selling anything.
That's who he is. He does the same routine every single day.
So
without fail.
I don't want to put this guy in the box, but he was the guy that was here last, so I'm going to put him in the box. Brandon Staley can't tell people to wear the right uniform, put the mouthpiece in.
I like Coach Staley.
Yeah. But that clearly was a disaster.
But I think if he tries to look at you and give you that tough guy talk, you'll look right through him and say, I don't think this is really you. Like, if Harbaugh's going at you and you get mad and want to, like, pop off and hit him, fine, let's go. And he'll fight you. I think if you pop some coaches, they will cry and run. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. So you could see right through him. Harbaugh is a real legit dude. Like, he was a player and he's a coach.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that wants the best out of you no matter what.
Did you ever have any teammates that you thought was going to slug the coach?
I've seen one player slug a coach.
Really?
And he got cut.
Well,
and
sure.
and the coach got fired too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wrong what the coach said to the guy,
Yeah.
but you're not supposed to react that way. And they got in a fight on the field.
Yeah.
During the practice field.
What part of the season was it?
This is training camp.
Oh.
So it's hot. Everybody's upset.
But before the season, they sacked the coach.
Started. And the guy could
Was it
play
a head
too.
coach or position
No,
coach?
It was the assistant D-line coach.
Okay.
And he tried to get this. He was trying to motivate the guy, and he demeaned him. And you just can't do that to pros. And the guy got mad, and then the coach didn't back down. Next thing you know, we got a coach fighting a player. Coaches, the player's in full gear.
They both go.
And the coach has a hat and a whistle, and they're swinging at each other.
I've always been surprised that it doesn't happen more. And I understand that there's a line that you're the player, I'm the coach, and it can't get physical. I understand that. But like you said, a coach just goes a little bit further than they should. And the player reacts in a way that they know they shouldn't, and you have a fight.
So if you want to go after a guy, you have to tell him, especially, I don't care what level, I'm not attacking you.
Yeah.
I'm attacking the problem.
Yeah.
If that's blurred, you're going to have a fight.
Yeah.
Now you're calling me
Surprised
a
it doesn't
blank.
happen more often.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it just
because
depends.
people are defensive. They're sensitive. They get their feelings hurt. They feel like they are being singled out as a person. And I'm not going to take that.
Did you see the other coach, the college coach that ran on the field and acted a fool? That guy, I bet he gets reprimanded and let go. You can't do that.
All right, we're going to become geographers, cartographers. What are
can
we
I read
doing?
this?
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
I got a text from Radio Michael. It says that I would let Travis. Huh? Go ahead.
It was a tweet.
It was a tweet. What did I say?
Text.
You know what I meant. It was a tweet.
I knew what you meant.
Yes, I would let Travis and DeMarco draw an east-west line to divide college football teams into two super conferences. I like this. We'll call it the Big D and Sweet T line. The new Mason-Dixon line. I'm all over it. Let's go.
We're drawing maps. Coming up next is Travis and DeMarco, 7-2. Sweet T and Big D line next.
Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Cappy, and it is time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East LA on a Tuesday afternoon for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center. It's 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay, Morales, even Beto's coming to do the show live from 3 to 6. Laker tickets, Kings tickets, USC tickets, we got them all to give away. And thanks to our friends from Stella Rosa. Live broadcast this Tuesday from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour.
You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you.
Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon.
I think leaf watching is like the most overrated
Leaf
hobby
peeping?
in the world. Yeah, is that what they call it? Leaf
Some
peeping?
people do.
It's like, all right,
No
they were
way,
green,
that's what
now
it's
they're
called?
orange.
Google
All
it.
right, let's move on.
Yeah. Leaf peeping?
Leaf peeping is a thing. No, see, oh yeah, no, they're red. Oh, cool. Let's move along.
Okay, here's the thing though, Mace. We don't have those season changes.
Yes. Laura, leaf peeping is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity which people travel to view and photograph the fall foliage in areas.
Okay, imagine saying, hey babe, I want to go leaf peeping with you.
Yeah, by the way, Laura, I know you're curious, so I'll tell you. When is peeping season?
Probably October, November?
September through December each year.
Yeah. So magical. Laura, I'm from back there. It's a stupid hobby. Oh, the leaves are turning. Let's go drive in the middle of nowhere.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. 710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday. Take a moment today to remember what this day is all about. What's on tap today? Thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Coming up at 3:15 p.m. after Mason and Ireland, the Rams countdown to kickoff. We begin with coverage. 2 hours of pregame with Trav and Kirk Morrison live from SoFi. Kickoff at 5:15. Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. And then we'll have you covered with the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Plus, the LA Kings are back on the ice, and they're hot. Speaking of hot, they're up in Calgary to battle the Flames. Coverage at 5 p.m. on the all-new ESPN LA app. That's what's on tap today right now. More of the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday on 710.
All right, before we break out our cartography skills along the way, you want to be my analyst for a second, DeMarco?
Shoot, go ahead.
And not football analyst, but like my psychoanalysis.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my...
Should I take my shoes off and lie down?
Yes, please. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Here's the dream I had last night. And I think this is just a combination of everything I've been watching on TV over the course of the day and knowing that I had a long day at work the next day. Okay, I think that's what this is. I had a dream that you and I in Sedano, okay?
Sedano?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, George and I have known each other for a while, but George and I don't spend a lot of time together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I work in the morning, he works late.
This is getting good.
We don't cross over a ton.
Okay.
You know? Okay. So me, you, Sedano.
It's like a Sopranos fever dream.
And JJ Redick.
Wow.
Are riding a kind of like one of those parade buses, like where we're sitting on top. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the Dodgers had just taken.
The roofless bus.
The roofless
we're on the top.
bus.
Okay,
we're on the top, but we're sitting down.
Okay.
We're doing our show. For some reason, the four of us have a show together.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're stopping at all these various different places to eat. Only I can't get off the bus to eat because I'm always the one that's talking at the time. And
So
you guys go and eat.
Are we eating?
You guys go and eat, and then you come back on the bus, and then we move to the next spot. And JJ Redick was not only there, but he was frustrated to be there.
He was frustrated to be with us?
He wanted to leave so he could go back to doing the things that he does.
So we were keeping JJ Redick against his will.
Not exactly against his will, but he was like,
to
you
leave.
guys need to hurry up and finish this so I can go.
Okay, he wanted to go.
You,
what was I doing?
We were doing our show.
We were doing our show and eating.
And we would get and go, and there was Mexican, there was Chinese, and every time we'd stop, there'd be like a new place to go.
Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Like,
why is Redick there? Why is Sedano there?
Lakers, Sedano, station.
I was watching the Lakers, so
yes,
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay.
The food, and you couldn't eat because you were talking too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's hosting. You're hosting the
I'm
whole
on
thing.
the air.
Yeah.
So we're doing our show. So again, it's a dream. So nothing really makes sense.
Right.
But
Let me think about that. That is a Sopranos dream. Yes. Now I'm a talking fish.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you big pussy in the situation?
There you go. I'm that guy. There you go. I got like a caterpillar on my head.
It was weird,
That
right?
is weird.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you doing at night?
I was watching the Lakers.
Yes.
I told you about the dinner I made. It was delicious, so I was
the
full.
cheeseburger.
I'm always preoccupied with work.
Okay.
Right? But Sedano and Redick don't make any.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Jorge? Emily? Anything?
I'm just. Why is JJ rushing? Like that's the one that gets me too.
Leave.
Maybe because AD got hurt.
He has to watch more video to the car
Maybe
wash.
that's it. Okay.
But
That's
it
a
sucks
weird
that you
one.
can't eat though. Like it just sucks that you can't eat. That's what you do. That's your thing. That's
Well,
that's what you did.
And I'm terribly preoccupied with food all the time. So maybe it's just that.
Was this a night dream?
This was last night.
This is last night.
Yeah.
You woke and
I woke up this morning and lately I've been able to remember my dreams very vividly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing that you're supposed to do or not. I don't know.
You're being woken up at the wrong time.
Maybe that's it. All dreams mean something.
Or they don't.
They do. That means something.
That's a very specific group of people in a very and I've watched so many videos of the Dodger parade, so I understand why we're on the bus.
The bus?
Yeah.
Okay, but Sedano.
Yeah.
I get Redick and me, but where did Sedano come from?
NBA?
Maybe NBA.
Yeah.
Did you have a phone call, a text, a tweet
from George?
Sedano? Yeah.
No.
Anything? Nothing.
No, we don't.
When's
have
the last
that
time you
relationship?
talked to him?
Just me and George?
Yes.
6 months ago.
It's a good idea though. Get one of those buses and tour around have a show on one of those buses. That's a good idea.
And stop at various parts of go to China.
As long as I get to eat, I'm happy. Yeah, that's it.
It was weird. It
Yes.
was weird. Speaking of Sedano, it's time for the afternoon show to hit the streets. East LA tomorrow afternoon, live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard, Sedano and Cap. Producer Lindsay and Morales will be doing the show live from 3 to 6 with Laker tickets, King tickets, and USC tickets to give out. Thanks to our friends at Stella Rosa. Live broadcast that is tomorrow, 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA.
What did you put in those cheeseburgers, man?
I made a whole pot of caramelized onions yesterday, DeMarco. Do those make you hallucinate?
What'd you put in there?
Just butter and oil and salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that oregano? Are you sure?
It was no oregano. No oregano. Tomato, lettuce, cheddar cheese, brioche bun toasted on my flat top. I mean,
do you guys have dreams about work?
Yeah, sometimes.
What like that?
Sometimes.
It's weirder, yeah.
Weird?
Yeah. So
weirder than that.
Weirder than that, yeah.
Dream analysis is such a quack anyway.
So I come in here. So I come in here and everything's shut off, like a couple of weeks, but whatever. But everything shut off. But then when I walk into the bullpen, it's a full arcade room, and we're all playing
like stand-up video games.
Yeah,
like Defender and Galaga.
And then you go into Studio B, and there's a hole on the floor. We can see the restaurant downstairs.
Yeah,
so I want to be in your head.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Like,
Come on,
it's all kinds of stuff.
I usually have football dreams.
As a player, or like now,
like playing, and I can't make the tackle.
Okay, that is.
Yeah.
I know what that means because I have the same dream.
What is that?
It's you're.
I
worried
miss
about,
football.
Maybe that you're worried about getting older.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, or I can't get the uniform on and make it to the game.
You're worried about getting older. That I used to be able to do this thing, and now I can't do this thing.
Can't make the tackle, can't get to the game. It's so frustrating.
They try to put me in the game to go pitch. I'm like, guys, I haven't thrown a pitch in 30 years. Like, I can't do this.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
okay. Well, that's easy.
It's not great.
I don't know about buses and JJ Redick.
Read your Coconut Michael tweet again.
Oh, about us splitting the country in half. And I don't like this as I'm looking at the college football map. So basically it says, where did it go? I would let Travis and DeMarco draw an east-west line to divide college football teams into 2 super conferences. We like this. Don't you think this is where college football is headed anyway?
I think we're 90% of the way there already.
We're almost there. We would call it the Big D Sweet Tea line, the new Mason-Dixon line. So I've got a map of the country with all the teams represented.
And roughly, if we split it down like the middle without, like, say between Louisiana and Texas, there's way too much on that side. So
there's way too much east
and south.
If we split it on the Mississippi River, we still need to add 10 teams to the west. All right, I did like rough math in the break.
Okay.
So do we want to offer up where we think these
you can have
teams
Iowa?
Be? All right, let me.
You can have all of Iowa.
No, but the part is you need to make them even. It's not who do you want or I want. The 2 conferences need to be competitively equal.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that the goal, to make them equally competitive?
Right.
Yeah.
So can I offer you guys? Can I read some names and you guys say whether it lands on the east or west?
So who's he, east or west?
You guys can. Well,
we're going to do this together.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Wisconsin.
So we're going. Okay. Yeah, it has to be west.
West.
All right, Wisco is on the west. Okay. Let's do Illinois.
East. Because you want to not a. We need more good teams going west.
Okay.
Okay.
East. Okay.
Let's do.
You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Let's do Mississippi State.
Out west.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go state.
By the way,
west.
put Ole Miss on the west too.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Give them, because you want them to play against each other.
So we get
put
Mississippi basically.
Yep.
So that's 3 of the 10 that we're gonna add. So what about Mizzou?
They can stay east.
I'm with you.
They can stay east.
I'm with you.
That doesn't make sense map-wise, but they can stay east.
It doesn't matter.
We're going old school 80s and 70s.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Let's say Indiana. Where do you want Indiana to go?
Right now, west.
I was just going to say, Indiana's tricky. Right now, you definitely want them in the west, but historically, that'd be a team you want to kick over to the other side. You know who you want in the west?
Who?
This is going to sound, geographically, this makes no sense, but you need to put them in the west. Ohio State and Michigan.
Can we put them in the west theoretically?
Sure. I mean, they're eastern by geography, but western by need.
I mean, we're cutting that really close. Okay.
The New Orleans
The
Saints,
north-south thing might actually work, but go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so let's do Louisville.
West.
I'll take west for basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'll take that for basketball.
What about let's say
this isn't really a line.
Let's say Purdue. Purdue.
No,
East. You can have east.
Why do we agree on all these? This is very weird.
Because we're balancing this. Because they still have Florida, Georgia, and all these. Yeah.
Right.
What about Michigan State?
West.
West, definitely. We need them on the west.
Okay, got Michigan
We're
State
done.
here.
I think that's it. How many we got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to add 3 more teams.
3 more teams. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's do.
I know who I want. I know.
Call out who you want.
I want 2 of these 3, and then we got to go. What about OU and Texas, both in the West?
Oklahoma.
Oh, I already
Texas.
had those in there.
That's
already in there.
Yeah,
That's
West.
Okay.
We're talking about the line of the Mississippi River.
So
everything.
we get all of Texas?
We get all of Texas.
Okay, great.
Yes. So we just need.
That helps a lot.
We need 3 more teams that are on this other side. So what about, Notre Dame? Do you want to claim Notre Dame, make them go East or West?
East. Leave them.
You're
going to
leave them East?
They feel very. I know that geographically they're no more East than some of these others, but I'd leave them East.
I would have said West.
Okay.
Because they have rivalries out this way.
Stanford and SC.
That's ours.
Okay.
Yeah, that's West. Yeah,
you sold me.
Okay, Tennessee.
East.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy one. That's it?
I got one for us. And maybe you've already given us this.
We could not sell Tennessee as a West team.
What about Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Okay, that's right
pretty,
down the middle.
Well, that's already on the West.
That's already on the West?
That's already on the West.
All right.
The Mississippi River separates Louisiana and Mississippi, and so it's that line coming up. So it's Louisiana, Arkansas,
I know who I want
Iowa.
West.
Who else?
It's not the least bit West, but it fits. We need a good team.
LSU? No.
They feel Cincinnati.
Okay.
You would take the Bearcats.
Yeah.
Okay. It would lower our total GPA though. Our graduation rate would take a hit.
I'm not hiring these guys to perform my brain surgeries. I'm hiring them to show up and play some football and basketball.
If you want to take the Bearcats, I'll give you the Bearcats. I'm just saying the student athlete is dead if we take it.
All right, Kentucky.
You know that we have ASU in our league.
Kentucky,
right?
I want Kentucky out west because of basketball.
Done.
All right, Kentucky. All right, one more. So let's do Auburn. East or West?
I would love to have them west, but we'll never get them.
All right. What about Vandy?
Yeah. They'll offset our Cincinnati GPA problem.
We'll leave them there, or
no,
we'll take them?
We'll take them.
We'll take Vanderbilt to balance out. Okay, fair.
So in the not Mason-Dixon,
Big D and Sweet Tea.
Big D, Sweet Tea line now for the East and West, if we theoretically, we have Wisconsin in the West, Michigan State in the West, Mississippi State in the West, Ole Miss in the West, Ohio State in the West, Michigan, Louisville, Michigan State, Cincinnati, Kentucky, and Vandy.
I think that might be competitive.
Yep.
That might be. They still have their blue bloods in the SEC.
By the way, why don't they ever consult us for these sorts of things?
I don't know.
When they get ready to do this, just say, hey, get Travis and DeMarco on the phone, bring them in here, and we'll do it.
Because we just send them a fax and say, get it done. We wouldn't tell them how to do it, but we just say, get it done.
That is 2 relatively balanced conferences.
That's it.
Each team gets, let's call 8 teams into the postseason.
Yes.
It's the NFL.
That's how you do it.
We're just playing it on campus.
That's where we're headed, isn't it? That's where college football is headed.
90% of the way there.
Wow. Why don't they just do it? Just go ahead and get it done.
TV, money, time. It'll happen. They'll get it sorted out.
Okay.
They just redid all the TV stuff, so we got to let that expire.
So West Coast football is presented by who?
AT&T.
And East Coast is presented by?
Chevrolet.
And let's go. Okay, makes sense.
We got 2.
We just did it.
2 big companies, and let's do it. All right. Anthony Davis, MVP?
Oh, my God,
Coming up next, it's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Speaking of Chevrolet, DeMarco, how about my pals at Rotolo Chevrolet in beautiful Fontana, California? It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. All the Silverados, whatever make, whatever model, whatever color you're thinking about, they got you covered at Rotolo Chevrolet. They're going to have pricing that's not going to be beat. But what they have at Rotolo Chevrolet that you're not going to find anywhere else is customer service that is second to none. That's how they've won Dealer of the Year basically forever, 13 years in a row. I'm sure that 14th one is just around the corner by making you feel like you know everything that's up. It's as simple as that. It's courteous. It's transparent. It's upfront. You don't have any of that. Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe. No, never at Rotolo Chevrolet. Mike Capozio is going to make sure that you have the experience of your lifetime, and everyone on his team knows that you're the most important person when you come onto the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet. If you can't get to Fontana, go online. ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com. That's RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in the store, in Fontana, or online, make sure you let them know that Travis sent you.
Mason and Ireland.
You can pull it if you want, but I'm not doing it again. That's not
Mason was right about everything he said.
Right.
Yeah, I love when I hear that.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon
on 710 ESPN.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, Cappy, we got to talk about Prize Picks. You got me into this. I love it. I play it every single night in almost every single sport. And for those of you listening out there, it's very simple. There is a stat line for a particular player in one of those sports, and it's as simple as more or less. You pick more, you pick less on that stat line. You win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get sports action in over 30 states, including right here in California.
So here's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app. You use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You get that $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And right now, with baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey going, now is a great time to play Prize Picks, George.
And again, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. You can join over 10 million users and sign up today. Man, it's amazing. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes once you win.
And you're going to win. And by the way, if you don't win, don't blame me, okay? Because you're better at it than I am. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Prize Picks. Run your game.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Wow. It is a Michelob Reaction Monday on this Veterans Day. We're reacting to the Lakers' back-to-back wins at home, both on Friday and yesterday, and getting you ready for the Rams Monday Night Football tonight at SoFi. Dun, 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 dun.
We're going to win.
Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. So AD was great again last night.
God,
until he
Trav.
got knocked out with the poke in the eye.
It happens.
It does.
Big dude. A hell of a block, though.
Great block.
When you get up and stop a professional basketball player from cramming and you stop him in midair,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
No, it's great.
Yes.
I just bummed to see him take the finger in the eye.
Me too. Wear a mask, though, right? Put the mask on and go.
Put the Kareem goggles
That's
on.
what I'm saying. I guess people don't like it. I mean, have you ever tried to play with those things?
No.
I tried to play with a visor once. It does affect you a little bit.
How
but
so?
It's just weird. It's just it affects the wind coming in. It just changes things. It's odd. It's odd. So I get it.
Could
if
you
don't
get
like
used to it? If, like, said, look, it's either play with a visor / goggles and play,
You know
or
what I couldn't stand
it's
about
hit
it?
in the eye.
The sweat hitting the visor,
Oh.
and you have to keep wiping it. It's
Yeah.
another thing you have to worry about. You just can't play free that way. But if you're him, and this is what the third time it's happened, you might want to think about goggles.
Yeah, I look, they need to find a way to keep him on the court. And last year we had the best AD year as far as participation. He played 75 games, I think, something crazy like that, which is in modern NBA standards, that's an A triple plus. He's playing like an MVP. We've seen him win Player of the Year or Player of the Week already in the league. And when he's out there playing like that, he's the best player on the court.
Easily.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Wemby is supposed to get to? A guy that could dunk on you as well as shoot the three?
And
a
defend
silky
the rim.
three and defend the rim. Isn't that where Wemby is supposed to get to at some point?
But the difference, and look, Wemby, we'll see how it all shakes out.
It may not, but yeah.
His body just scares the you-know-what out of me.
He's
so
a beanpole.
skinny.
Yeah.
He's so skinny that I just, like Chet Holmgren last night. Like, he broke his pelvis last night or something. He's just, those guys are so thin, they seem to break more easily than other guys. AD's not thin like that.
No, he's
a
big,
strong dude.
Dude, when he's playing like that, that is the MVP. And you should not, I don't care who you are in the West, you got issues.
Yeah.
With a guy that big that can protect the rim and shoot the three and beat you off the dribble. If you're LeBron, I would feed that monster. If I'm JJ Redick, I would sell my team. This is the best Laker group we have. When AD is at the forefront, he is the tip of the spear. This is how we're going to win basketball games.
I think that it's becoming more and more obvious. LeBron, another triple-double last night. We'll talk about that in a second. So LeBron is still an extraordinary talent, but the best version of the Lakers is when AD's the center of the universe.
Easily.
It's not even close.
Easily,
You know the most important person in making sure that continues to be true is?
Who?
Jackson Hayes.
Man. Did LeBron make him look good last night or what?
Jackson Hayes needs to play more. AD needs to play slightly less. If Jackson Hayes can be useful, right? He doesn't need to be an all-star. He doesn't need to be 6th man of the year caliber good. Just can you leave him out there for periods of time and you don't really have to worry about it all that much? Like last night, right?
Yeah.
He needs to play more so AD can play slightly less so he can give you more.
Be AD's stunt double.
Yes.
Yeah. Let AD rest and you come in and you don't have a drop-off. And I think that's the way they played, or I think that's the way they went to when AD went out. But LeBron being the assist guy, just being the assist dude to AD's MVP level of play, you're not in the play-in. If you can play it. Now, I'll get you.
That's
it was just Toronto.
That's the million-dollar question.
It was just Toronto. I get you.
And a shorthanded Philly.
Shorthanded, right. But the way they played, I think that plays against anybody in the West.
I do, too. I co-sign that with you 100%. But it is Toronto who stinks. I think they're 2-9.
Yes.
And they're going – AD needs to continue to play like this, if not even kick it up a slight to an MVP level, right?
Yeah.
But he's not going to win the MVP for the very same reason I'm not willing to say what you said, which is they'll be out of the play. They might. The rest of the guys have to be better. They have to be better, or you need to get different guys.
You know who was better last night? D'Lo. D'Lo was better last night. I wonder. See, when you get a coach that's not afraid to stick a foot where the sun don't shine and stand on it, and you actually believe it, that's back to our other comment about coaching, and stand on it and believe it. I'm not just yelling at you because I don't like you. I'm yelling at you because you need to be better, and you can be better. Let me show you how. And the minute you step out of that, I'm putting you right back on the bench.
I hope you're right. I hope that, and I like what you said, that he stands on it. That, dude, you're not going to get back on defense. You're going to sit right next to me. Here. You're going to take that shot at that point in the offense. You're going to sit right here next to me. No, hell no.
Yes.
And you got to stand on it. You got to be willing to maybe even lose a game here or there. You got to be able to suffer with Gabe Vincent or whoever might take his place in any of these moments. But the second it's, man, I need him back out there, he's going to go right back to the way he was. That's just the play. He's been in the league too long to think that the light bulb's going to go off on its own.
Well, I mean, with better coaching, maybe. I asked John Ireland to describe him in one word: erratic. That's not bad. He didn't say aloof. He didn't say something to the effect where you can't win with. Erratic, you can fix.
It's not that he's not talented.
Yeah.
No one has ever questioned his ability. This is why he's so frustrating. If he weren't a good player, you just don't play him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a problem.
It's not an issue.
Right.
You bury him on the bench or you don't even use him. He doesn't make a lot of, but he is a talented guy that can get buckets, that can impact games. I think he's got that. I'll take the last shot and mean it.
Yeah.
Not in a, well, I guess no. Man. LeBron James and AD can be on the court and he's out there going, yeah, man. If I get it, I'm letting it go.
But you're not that guy.
but in certain situations, I think he can be. He needs to understand when it's time to defer, when it's time to step up. But it can't be a 2 good games, 1 bad game situation. We got to be done with that.
See, I really do think this guy thinks he's the big 3. I
wouldn't
do
doubt
think
it.
he's in that big, but you're not that guy.
No, he's not that guy. He's not on that level.
Yeah, but in his head, I think he really does believe it.
Okay, but it's not even in his head. He's the 3rd best player on this team. I'm not saying it makes him a big 3, but he's the 3rd. Let me rephrase. He's the 3rd most talented
guy
player on this team.
Fair enough. Yes.
And my most talented guys need to be my best guys.
It's more than talent, though. It is. It's knowing what your role is on this team, and your role is to support the other 2, not to be that guy.
I totally agree with you. But Jackson Hayes playing more to spell AD a little more, I think, is incredibly important.
100%.
And D'Lo understanding his role on this team, because the rest of the team isn't. The talent isn't bad, but it's also not as good as a lot of these other teams. And I just don't know over 82 games if roster spots 4 through the end are enough to keep them out of that play-in range.
Can you get out of the play-in if you keep beating bad teams? I think you can.
The West is too deep.
Yeah.
Think about how many bad teams are there in the West.
I mean, all you beat is bad teams.
Utah's bad.
Yeah.
Portland's bad. Who else is bad?
You have enough teams. I don't think you have enough wins to get out of the play-in.
San Antonio's not good, but I don't know if they're bad.
Yeah.
They're below average.
Did you already say Portland?
Yeah, Portland and Utah, I think, in the West are the only 2 teams that are legitimately bad.
There are no soft touches.
Spurs are out of it technically, but they have Wemby and they have a good coach.
Absolutely. Denver, Minnesota, Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Memphis, New Orleans. These are not bad teams.
No.
And that's not even talking about OKC and Dallas and those teams.
But
Phoenix.
if AD's playing like that, man, you're not a bad team. Yeah. You have a chance to be one of the best.
Stay chill, D'Lo. Keep doing your thing. Understand your role, and let's go from there. Factor Cap's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are we ready for a party? Oh, party! The Sedano and Cap Show is getting ready to get back on the streets. A live broadcast coming up this Tuesday afternoon from the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA. 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano, Cap, producer Lindsay, me, Chris Morales, will be there, pressing the flesh. And we've got Lakers tickets to give away, Kings tickets, USC women's and men's basketball tickets, and more. Plus, you can enter the Stella Rosa Dream Ticket. Tuesday afternoon, be with us in the city of East LA at the Ramirez Beverage Center. 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. We'll see you starting at 3 p.m.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers of vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
FX's English teacher.
Every single one of these essays is so bad.
An F? What is this?
With grades like this, I'm gonna have to hit the corner, sir.
From executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows.
Who's running the school? Is it us or is it them? Them.
Go sit next to Tiffany.
She told me it was offensive to learn Mandarin because you're not Japanese.
FX's English teacher is now streaming on Hulu. All new Mondays on FX.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Annyeong.
Okay. All right. So yesterday was an extremely exciting day. If you were a Lions fan, you were coming back from this huge win for you. Just your morality, and it feels like they just have this juice that they can win anything. But if you were a Lions fan and you happened to be on this flight, I believe this flight was going to Detroit. So everybody's screen is on this game. Those little screens you can stream live video. The flight attendant made the choice to come on and try to make an announcement like, hey, buy our airline credit card in the middle of the most important part of this game. So their Lions kicker is about to line back and kick this game-winning kick.
Come on.
And this is the announcement. So, again, she's trying to make the announcement, which would shut off the audio of this game.
It's been our absolute pleasure to have you on board tonight. So, congratulations, Lions. My apologies. I was given this information.
Off the mic!
Yes.
Yes!
No! Because that kick barely went through, too. So just the range of emotions being here. So, but my statement is they were right to act like this. They were right to try to cut off this flight attendant, Travis Factor Cap.
Fact, because they weren't super rude about it either. It's like, hey, no, not right now, not right now. Just give me 30 seconds for this kick to be played.
Yes.
Right? There are ways to tell someone to shut up that's not rude, right? And that's one of those, because what you want to say is, shut up! But what you do is, no, hold on, just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it felt like. So, fact.
Oh, fact, but I would have yelled, shut up.
That would have been all right, too.
Shut up! Yeah, that is entirely appropriate. Read the room. Don't you know what's going on?
You know what I forget?
What?
And we forget because we come here every day.
Yeah.
We forget because there's a lot of people that don't give a damn about sports.
But I do.
I know, so do I. But
Yeah.
so this lady's probably like, oh, they told me at, 900 hours to get on the mic and sell the credit card, so I'm going to do it. She's not thinking about it.
Do you watch movies on planes?
Yeah.
Drives me nuts when the seatbelt comes on at like a pivotal scene. Stop it! I don't care.
Yeah, I also do like watching NFL games on planes because I feel like I watch every single snap. There's like no distraction. I see everything happening. All right, Jorge, what do you think?
I usually fall asleep, but if it's a game and it's on my team, I'm not gonna care. But I've done it where we're watching a fight and I sit on the couch or whatever, the remote's there, and I get everybody like giving me the stuff for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's. whatever.
Hey, you can sleep on a plane?
I can.
I envy you.
Yeah, I put the tray down, put your head down.
You sleep forward on the
tray?
Yeah, you put the tray down. And you
Oh, I've done that before, yeah.
And you're done.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I can't, there's no way.
You and I are too tall to do that.
You can give me horse tranquilizers and it wouldn't work.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Not at
Doesn't
all.
work.
Wow.
Doesn't work.
All right, so the Auburn men's basketball team were trying to fly, I believe,
All
to
aviation
Georgia.
version of Factor Cap.
Right, it's almost all of that. Yeah.
Horse?
So they're trying to fly to, I believe it was Georgia, and they had to land their plane in quote unquote emergency. It's not technically an emergency. There was a fight between players on the airplane, and this is the Auburn's pilots trying to explain what's happening to radio control.
Yes, sir. We have got an altercation on board. We thought to declare an emergency and land. We got a bunch of basketball players fighting. The flight deck is secure. The threat level is contained for the moment. We just had, police on the ground, and we had 2 players that got into physical altercation. Clothes were ripped, and 1 bloody player. And Center Aquatic 681, it's kind of crazy. Were we direct Montgomery?
All right, so my statement is, you have ever witnessed a fight on a plane? DeMarco Factor.
A fight on a plane? No. I have never witnessed a fight on a plane. I'm trying to think. Mental Rolodex? Nope. Never a fight on a plane. Off the plane, definitely.
Sure.
Before they got on the plane, definitely. But never on the plane. No. So that's Cap.
Trev?
Cap for me, too. So obviously, basketball team, the traveling party for basketball team is probably, 20 or 25?
Yeah.
Right?
Is this private or commercial?
That's what that's exactly what I said. This sounds like a commercial flight.
No, I think this is a smaller
This is
plane.
a
I think
charter
it's
flight?
just
This is
it's chartered.
private.
I think it's
Yeah.
just Auburn on this flight.
I don't understand why you have to stop it.
He said altercation, clothes were
I
ripped.
get it, but he said the cockpit is secure. We're all good. I'm sure
Yeah.
the coach at some point said, "You sit over here. You sit over here." The 2 idiots, you guys separate corners until we get back. We're going to deal with it then. But they had to stop the plane. I guess if the pilot
I think
felt
there's
unsafe,
blood. I think he said there's something about
There's
blood.
Yeah, but a bloody nose, a split lip, that's not like a.
But I'm flying, and I can
emergency.
only imagine what that must have sounded like.
I get that. I get that. That's crazy to me. I don't know what they were fighting about, but there's one of 2 things they could have been fighting about.
Money or girls?
That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 things: money or somebody.
As soon as they touch down, the coach gets on the mic and goes, "Everybody off the plane, bring your shoes."
Yeah, we're going to the gym.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right now. Yes.
Jorge, what about you?
Yeah, I've never experienced a fight either. Maybe arguments between
sure.
people, but never a fight. And this is crazy. Maybe they were moving too much. Is that a thing? No.
Lots of threats, though. I've heard some threats on a plane, as soon as we land X, Y, and Z, but never a fight on the plane.
Interesting. All right, so
Have you seen a fight on a plane, Em?
No, I haven't seen a fight on a plane. No.
Okay.
All right, so Sean Hockley was the referee for the Panthers-Giants game in Munich, and he decided to do something that his dad did, which was make the call, say the penalty in the language of the country that they're being hosted in. So this is Sean Hockley doing his announcement in German yesterday.
Verstaat, Angriff. Oh. 5 Yards treffen. It's by the center. It's 3rd down.
Oh, look at Sean Hockley.
There we go.
Showing up.
All right, so this is in reference to when Ed Hockley did this when they had their game in Mexico.
La ofensiva. Número 75. Segunda down. Personnel.
Nice.
Jorge, how did he do?
He did pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Play it again.
La ofensiva. Número 75. Segunda down.
Yeah, offense number 75. Yeah.
Nice. Why got to be 75, though?
Number 75.
Does anybody in here have any German chops? Do we know anything?
No, I don't know what he said.
Neither do I.
It's like first down.
Verstaat, Angriff.
False start,
5 Yards
offense.
treffen.
I can't
It's by
read
the
it.
center.
So I would think
It's
if
3rd
it's
down.
false start, which she said in German, did he need to know all the penalties in German? Because you don't know what the first one's going to be.
I have no idea.
Right?
I think he waited for that one.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably did. I don't think it was his first call of
That
the
was in
day.
Munich, right?
Yeah, it was in Munich.
Yeah,
But
nice.
my statement is, you ever done something because your dad did it? So Ed Hockley is Sean Hockley's dad. So you've ever done something only because your dad did it. Jorge Factor Cap.
Yeah. root for the Niners, baby. And you can take that one to Marco. The rest is history.
All right, Trav.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure I have. I can't really think of like a specific example. I play golf because my dad did, all that kind of stuff, but not like one specific. I saw my dad do this thing, so I started doing it too. But I try to emulate my dad in a million different things. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a wonderful role model, so I try to follow his example, but not like he, eats ketchup with mustard or something. I don't do that. Yeah.
DeMarco?
Wow. Yeah, ketchup on spaghetti.
Yeah. Oh.
That's because of my dad.
Okay.
I just thought about it. You just said that, so that's definitely fact. That's where it came from, your dad and the Niners?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, think about it. There was no team here for 30-something years.
Is your dad still around?
Yeah.
We're going to have a fight.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second one, this is strictly because my dad told me he did it, and I couldn't wait to do it. Ride a bike off a roof.
Okay.
Yes.
How did that go for you?
I landed it. I broke the bike. But he told me he did it with his friends, and I couldn't wait to do it.
How high of a roof? Like a roof?
One-story house, California house.
Okay.
Smaller house.
And you just rode it off.
Rode the bike off the
And
roof,
you
and you have
landed
to
it?
pop the wheelie before you get to the gutter, or you're going to endo and kill yourself.
Sure.
So you have to kind of bunny hop over it. So
was it a flat roof or a pitched roof?
Pitched roof.
Okay.
So we got to the top. They handed me the bike, walked it back, and rode off the roof.
Was
and
it off your home?
Our home, yes. And Bunny hopped off, and I landed it. The bike it broke. It was done. And then Mom never found out until the neighbor snitched on me.
Did you tell your dad? Hey, Dad, guess what I did today?
Of course I did. Oh, yes. Did you tell your mother? No. Good. Don't tell her I put you up to it.
You know what I find cool and kind of crazy is like when my dad's a contractor. He paints. He does all kinds of stuff. So when I saw him work with his like coworkers around his homies when he's being him, it's just different because at home he's like, hey, you gotta
He's your
act
dad.
right. Yeah, exactly. But then when you see him with his homies and speaking slang and just he's just somebody else, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I know exactly what you mean. When I get around my college buddies, my daughter's like, Dad?
There's Dad, and then there's you.
Yes.
Right, with your college buddies or work people. There's
my little 5-year-old Dad. Who's Booty? No, Booty's me.
What does that mean?
You don't want to know.
Ask me later. Ask me later. Factor Caps brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000. One more time, 213-747-2000, or visit normandlegal.com. Roki Sasaki is being posted, and buckle up, DeMarco. Dodgers may get another one. That's coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Cappy, and it is time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East L.A. on a Tuesday afternoon for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center. It's 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay, Morales, even Beto's coming to do the show live from 3 to 6. Laker tickets, Kings tickets, USC tickets, we got them all to give away. And thanks to our friends from Stella Rosa. Live broadcast this Tuesday from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East L.A.
The Temptations. And the Four Tops. Celebrating 40 years of Temptations and Four Tops. Saturday, January 18th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Plus celebrating 60 years of the iconic hit, My Girl. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Come celebrate 40 years of magic. The Temptations, the Four Tops.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And when DeMarco serves up a best of, it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by for a few weeks.
We should do what my brother did. He went to billshappen.com and got $3,000 the next day.
With our bad credit, I don't think so.
Billshappen.com is different. They are one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope, my brother said it was easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. Billshappen's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Great news! I went to billshappen.com, and we will have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to billshappen.com. That's billshappen.com. Billshappen.com. See website for details. Billshappen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tinted to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday. Take a moment today to remember what this day is all about. What's on tap today? Thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Coming up at 3:15 p.m. after Mason and Ireland, the Rams countdown to kickoff. We begin with coverage. 2 hours of pregame with Trav and Kirk Morrison live from SoFi. Kickoff at 5:15. Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. And then we'll have you covered with the Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Plus, the LA Kings are back on the ice, and they're hot. Speaking of hot, they're up in Calgary to battle the Flames. Coverage at 5 p.m. on the all-new ESPN LA app. That's what's on tap today right now. More of the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Veterans Day Monday on 710.
So you may have to pack a bag, it sounds like.
The international games?
Yeah,
I saw this. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell tells the NFL Network the league is aiming to play a record 8 international games next season. 3 in London, 1 in Brazil, 1 in Germany, 1 in Spain, 1 in Mexico City, and potentially 1 in Ireland. Which team do you send to Ireland? Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah.
I
was trying to think who's got the most Irish,
Maybe Eagles.
Yeah, I think
Patriots, Eagles in Ireland?
Boston are one of the New York teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
By the way, 8 teams, or 8 games.
Yes.
That's 16 teams. Maybe Jacksonville plays 2 because they always play 2.
I don't think the Rams are going again.
Well,
because they usually send teams that can't sell at home.
Well, there's rules, right? So there was, if you were playing in a temporary site, that's why when the Rams were in the Coliseum, they went to London, they went to Mexico City, which got canceled because of the Shakira thing. But they're due to be up again before. It's not just there are
the opponent.
They could be up again because they haven't gone in a while. I think
Fingers crossed for Mexico City.
Yeah, well, that's the easiest travel for sure.
Right there.
How many times have you been to London to cover it?
Oh my
Twice?
God! Let's see. Fisher got smashed.
The Rams.
Mahomes
the Rams ended Carson Palmer's career in London.
Yes, I think 3 or 4 times.
Oh, you've been that frequently?
I think so.
Is it fun?
Great time.
I bet it is.
It's a blast because every team is represented.
Yeah.
So when you're in the stadium, it's not just the team you're playing. You'll see jerseys from the entire league. And I keep telling you, they're funny. 80-year-old like white lady with a Marshawn Lynch jersey. It's like, wow, that's weird.
It's not something you're going to see here very often.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes, weird.
What's the point? I'm sorry, I understand the London thing because we've been going there for a very long time. And it does feel like if you're going to expand internationally, that'd be the place to do it. I think you have to have more than one team. And there's some logistical nightmares of having a team that far away. But why Brazil? Why Germany? Why Ireland potentially?
Jersey sales. You haven't been there before, and it's a new market.
Is it just to sell merch?
Oh, yeah. You're trying to grow the game. Germany is actually like kind of a football hotbed because they've been there for so long. NFL Europe towards the end, I think 6 of the 8 teams were all in Germany. So they know the game. They're familiar with football. They know the rules. Sometimes in London, even now, you have to post when people are supposed to cheer and when not to on the board because they don't know. In Germany, they know already. So that's.
But what's the end game? Is it just purely merch sales? Because then we're not going to have unless you had a whole separate league that was like a European arm of the NFL. Like you had the American NFL or the North American NFL, and then you had the European NFL, and they played a schedule. We played a schedule, and then they played each other in the postseason or whatever. But to have that caliber of play, you're going to have mostly American players over there.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a market to where you're trying to sell homegrown talent and making that international team viable here. Football's great on TV. I think they're trying to grow the game so you'll watch it on television there.
What about Asia? Why not China? Why not Japan?
See, this is funny. I heard years ago they were actually headed to China, and I think the political climate changed. And I also heard that if you did send the team to China, Ron Jaworski gets paid because for some reason he owns that market. He was like there before anyone else. I know, weird, right? Jaws like owns that market or something. He was making inroads to China a long time ago.
Interesting.
I know, weird, right? But it makes
maybe
sense.
it's easy to sell to a population that likes rugby and likes stuff like that, like people that kind of understand that. Because I don't know if like people in China and Japan really enjoy rugby and those kinds of sports.
I do know, like so here they were trying to get away from the violence of the game, right? They were trying to sell the skill of the game in America. In Europe, they were selling the violence of it. It was like the old school, the stuff we grew up with, the Crunch Course videos.
Sure,
that's what they showed, and that's what they like. So that's what they think the games are about.
Well, it's both. There's less of that, but there's still some of that.
The stuff we won't show, they will show ad nauseum. They like that sort of stuff.
See, I worked at a TV station, right? We had Peruanos, we had Uruguayos, we had people from all over South America, Central America, Mexico, whatever, and they're fans of very random teams. Like I know people that are Steelers fans that are from Uruguay. There's fans that are from like the Colts, and they're from Mexico City. So it just varies from country to country, I think. But
there was a viewing party in Mexico City of all Steelers fans, like in a Steelers bar. Like Steelers are everywhere.
That's awesome.
You know, the football team of Korea is actually the Steelers.
Really?
Because of Heinz Ward.
Oh, right, because he's part Korean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they don't say, let's watch football. They say, let's watch Heinz Ward. I kid you not. Yes.
The team the place that makes the most sense logistically is Mexico.
It's right there.
Because it's here, right?
Yeah.
It's not far. How far is the flight to Mexico City?
4.5.
From L.A.?
Or 3:45 and 4.5 back.
Okay, and time difference doesn't really matter.
Shorter than the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're New England going to Mexico City, that's 7+ probably.
Yeah.
But that's not completely unmanageable.
I'd put the Raiders in San Fran in Mexico City every year.
Or the Cowboys.
Or the Cowboys. Every single year. Yeah. And you'd sell out, no doubt.
Look, it's going to get bigger. There's going to be more games. There's going to be more international games. I do think that at some point, sometime, there's teams outside of North America. Not anytime soon, but 25 years into the future, is there an NFL team that's not based in North America?
I don't know, because here's the problem, right? If you're a college kid that grew up here and you get drafted to the NFL and you go to London, I'm not sure if I'm happy about that.
But if you get drafted there, look, are you happy if you get drafted to the Carolina Panthers? What if the London team's good?
But theoretically, my parents can still drive to Carolina. Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if I'm happy. And what's the currency changeover?
There's tax implications. There's currency implications. There's health implications. There's
a lot to it. Yep.
You know what the NFL never does?
What?
Is stay where they are.
No.
They're always moving forward.
You better keep growing, because if you're not, you're shrinking. And if you don't, soccer will catch you. And Dave Denholm, our guy, said this years ago, that football would be the first sport to die out. because we're the only ones playing it. And I'll be darned if he's not right. That's why I think the NFL has made this effort to grow internationally.
I don't know if I buy that.
At some point, it won't be in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But at some point, if they don't grow the game and you're only playing it here.
But that's always been the case, and it grows and it grows and it grows. It's the number one, like what you look at the TV ratings, the top 100 shows of every year, like 97 of them are NFL football games.
True. But was soccer that big back then?
No.
Soccer is huge
But
now.
soccer has gotten bigger without taking any of the share of football. They might have taken to some other places, but they haven't sniffed. Football just gets bigger.
Do you
and
think
bigger.
soccer will ever be a number one sport here?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Never?
Never. Nope.
Not until we have Americans playing really well, and that's going to take a long time.
That was the big talk with NFL Europe. And I said this to the commissioner of the league, that we will catch them in soccer before they ever catch us in football.
Oh, yeah, I think that's true, but I don't think either one is going to happen. So, but if I had to place a bet, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I think the goal for soccer, and by the way, this might be true already. I don't know the numbers, but I'm just saying from just being around and watching it and seeing the way it's covered, seeing the way that people talk about it, it feels like it is fifth right now as far as like major pro sports in this country, right? You've got the NFL is King Kong, then it's the NBA, then it's Major League Baseball, then it's the NHL, and then the MLS is probably on their heels. And it may catch hockey. It could be even I could see a world where it would catch Major League Baseball. It would take up forever, but those other two.
Okay, so that LAFC, that fan base in the end zone. Mm-hmm. Okay, if it ever catches on like that, we've got no chance. Because those people stood up. Half of them weren't even watching the game. They were just cheering.
32-52?
Oh, my God.
They're fanatics. And the drums and the smoke and the dancing and the singing. It's unbelievable. It's really fun to see.
If they catch on with that spirit, oh, yeah, it's a global phenomenon. Because I don't see any other sport that's rabid for their sport.
They don't have that. That's for sure. But not everybody wants that either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to be able to sit in my seat and watch the game.
No doubt. Sitting in Arsenal Stadium in London, talking to a kid who was an Arsenal fan, trying to explain to him about the Rams moving.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He didn't get it at all. Like, you guys.
Well, yeah, it's so connected to their neighborhoods and stuff in such a way that, like, they're named after neighborhoods.
You guys moved? Like, yeah, they moved. Like, how?
And then moved back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How? They let you do that?
The woman who owned the team said, I'm leaving. And she took her players and footballs with her.
And they let her do that?
Yeah, I think, like, we can't even understand how connected, like, towns and neighborhoods are to their soccer teams as over here with our NFL.
Well, I always think about the Raiders with that. When the Raiders went to L.A. the first time, right?
Yeah.
From Oakland to Los Angeles. And the league said, you can't do that. And Al Davis went, watch me.
Watch me.
And he literally just left.
That might be the closest as far as fan base and rabid fan base.
The Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the closest.
Choice.
Yeah. Maybe the Cowboys, too. Yeah.
Cowboys are up there.
They're up there. Yeah.
Roki Sasaki is going to have a 32-52 at Dodger Stadium next year. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour.
You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you.
Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Monday, November 11th, 2024. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr. The Travis and DeMarco Show is on for this Veterans Day holiday. Whether you have the day off today or not, take a moment to remember what this day is all about in our country. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Meanwhile, on this Monday, we will get you set. Rams football tonight. Both Trav, actually this entire show, Trav, DeMarco, Emily, Jorge, they're all part of the Rams broadcast team. And coverage begins today at 3:15 p.m. Rams, Dolphins, Monday Night Football. Plus, Lakers doing a little winning. So are the LA Kings. We've got Kings hockey tonight up in Calgary. You'll hear that on the ESPN LA app. Let's do it on this Veterans Day. The Travis and DeMarco Show. Monday, right now.
Monday Night Football coming up tonight. Cannot wait to get over to SoFi and get that started. You heard Chris say we start at 3:15 and Dolphins and Rams a little after 5 o'clock. And they need to win tonight, DeMarco. Pretty important game.
They have to win for morale. They have to win to go to 4-0, have a 4-game win streak. They have to do to keep pace in the West because of what you just saw over the weekend with Arizona.
Yeah, and their schedule, too.
And their schedule.
Arizona's schedule.
Yes.
It's super manageable the rest of the way.
No doubt. When you see Kyler Murray playing a confident brand of ball, that should be terrifying for anybody else in this division and on the field at the same time.
So the two times that he's absolutely killed the Rams, once in the regular season, 3 years ago?
Yes.
And then
2021
earlier
season,
this season. Like, you watch, you're like, I don't know what to do with that.
You
and
can't do anything with it.
The other games were like, that guy's a piece of cake. Right? Like, he's, maybe it's an Aaron Donald thing. I don't know. But
part of it.
He was never scary to me. And the good ones felt like, whatever, he had a good day. But now there's a lot of good days stacked up.
I think he's one of those guys. I really do think this. And you have to put everything aside coaching-wise and just let him be himself.
Yeah.
You can't treat him like any other player. You have to make sure he's happy because when he is interested and locked in, there's almost nothing you can do defensively to stop him.
Yeah.
But when he is disinterested and he thinks that you're overcoaching him, he will shut down, go to the end of the bench, and pout.
He's good at pouting.
Yes.
He's got
very
good pout vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the thing.
This kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Some guys are just who they are. They're not going to respond to getting lit up. They're going to shut it down. They're going to go in a totally opposite direction.
I would make a deal with him if I was a head coach. Okay, I'm going to let you be you, but you can't show me up.
Yeah.
So if I say you need to be in the building by 8 o'clock, if you're late, wait until everybody's in and then walk in.
Yeah.
Do not show me up and show up late and show everybody on the team that I'm treating you differently.
Yeah.
Because I have to come down on you. If I do, then you shut down and we lose.
It is a Michelob Action Monday on this Veterans Day. We're getting you ready. Lakers back-to-back wins at home from the weekend. And, of course, talking about the Rams Monday Night Football game tonight at SoFi. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Can I ask a super technical football question?
Sure.
What the hell with the Broncos field goal team at the end of the game yesterday? They had Kansas City beat. It's about as short as a field goal as you're going to get. It's like in the low 30s. And DeMarco, it wasn't like one guy got his hand up there and just barely by the tippy tip of his finger knocked it down. The whole kick coverage broke through the line. It felt like 4 different guys had a chance to block that. What the hell happened?
Okay, so this is when the special teams coach makes his money because sometimes they get the TV copy of the game and they play it for your special teams. And they all go on the same count. So there is a set, a hand, snap, he kicks. So if you know that going in, as soon as you hear set, you're moving. You're going. And they're not going to change it because that ruins the rhythm of the kicker.
Right.
So I think they had their rhythm and got into it.
That's what that was.
That's what that was. And there's nothing you can do as an O-line because you have no idea what's happening. Your head's down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had their little cadence. They had.
So you have to vary the cadence. Is that how you prevent that from happening?
And you run the risk of throwing off your kicker's rhythm.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get set. He's going to look and put his head down and then go.
Boy, they have escaped by the skin of their teeth 2 weeks in a row. They had the Monday night game where they won in overtime. They had this where Denver did the thing that not every team does. They bled the clock perfectly. They made Kansas City use all their timeouts.
Should have won that game.
They ran it down to 2 seconds. It's like, okay, here we go. It's basically a chip shot field goal blocked. They lose.
It's convincing me that they will go undefeated. Like, I feel like they're not going to lose. I know, they're going to lose somewhere. But I'm just like, it just feels like they're just so, there's some sort of hex on this team. There's some sort of witchcraft happening that they just win these games.
Detroit had one like that last night, too, but Detroit feels like a much better team to me. Like, you win a game with 5 interceptions, that's just bizarre. We Goff threw 5 picks, but Detroit has a good quarterback. They have 2 good running backs. They have multiple wide receiving weapons. They have a good tight end. Even with Aiden Hutchinson going down for the season, their defense is still pretty darn good. They have a kicker that makes kicks. They feel like the best team to me right now.
You know, it's funny. You can have a bunch of talented teams. Miami's like that. They're talented. They had issues. They missed their quarterback, so they're 2-6. But when you have a talented team that also, and you're being sold the belief that this is your year, like Kansas City, like Detroit, that makes them 10 times scarier. Because they think the game is theirs before they even take the field.
Yeah.
So you got to deal with their talent, their coaching, how they practice, and then you got to beat the game out of them.
The Chiefs, to me, the Lions maybe less so, but had the Lions lost last night, it would have. You know what? Here's what we talk about. Had 2 games gone, those 2 games gone a different way. We'd talk. Look, Kansas City's lucky that they're 9-0 now. That they're 8-1. They should be 5-4. Like we'd be saying, their record might be good, but they're very gettable.
Yeah,
that would be the narrative. The narrative, which look, I know Detroit's good, but Goff's got that in him. All you got to do is get a little pressure.
I haven't seen a lot though.
He hadn't thrown an incompletion in about a month. He threw 5 picks.
The game, I thought his hand hurt because he was like slipping out of his hands.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as people like to bash Goff, the dude is tough as nails.
So
absolutely,
Emily
tough
can
as
vouch
nails.
for me. I've criticized Jared Goff for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
You know what you've never heard me say? Dude is anything other than tough.
No,
as nails.
he is not a wimp.
He would take shots. He hangs in there. He does not look for the easy way out.
For everything that we say about Matthew Stafford to the positive, except for that arm talent Jared Goff has.
I agree.
He's tough. He runs the offense. He's a leader. He's everything you need in the quarterback. I love everything about him except his arm.
Just the strength of it all.
Just the strength. It's funny. There's no English on his throws.
You know what it is too, and this is you tell me if this matters or not. It drives me crazy. The ball flutters when it's in the air.
Like him?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that tight spot. It doesn't zip through the air. It gets to where it's supposed to go. It's on time. It's on target way more than it's not. But it never looks right. It just feels like it's like
coming
got
out,
tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he had small hands coming out, and that was
Did
the
they
issue.
grow?
Like he can't play in the weather. He can't play when it's wet.
Yeah,
that is an issue. Like there are some quarterbacks that are all weather, and he is a guy that's perfect for domes.
Plays inside.
He sure does.
He plays inside. Speaking of good arms, Roki Sasaki will be posted by his team in Japan, the Chiba Lot Marines. Look, by Major League Baseball terms, he's basically free. He could go wherever he wants. You can't woo him with money because everybody can offer basically the same thing that comes out of your minor league pool. He's not a free agent like Yamamoto was at this time a year ago. Every team really has an equal chance, economically speaking, to go and offer this man an opportunity to come pitch in the major leagues. The Dodgers are still considered the front runner here. But if the Dodgers get him, okay, this isn't guys that could be on the team. This is who is on the team in their rotation next year. You ready?
Yep.
Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, Bobby Miller, Clayton Kershaw, and if you add Roki Sasaki to that group, that's 8 starting pitchers. That's not Bueller. That's not any free agency. That's 8 guys that are somewhere between A pluses and C minuses. That's an extraordinary advantage.
How does that happen? Because of your blank checkbook?
So Ohtani came from your checkbook.
Yes.
Yamamoto came from your checkbook. Gonsolin, you drafted and signed. May, you drafted and signed. Miller, you drafted and signed. Kershaw, you drafted and signed. And Glasnow was a trade piece, but Glasnow, he's been on a handful of different teams in his league. He's bounced around a little bit. He's a good pitcher, but he's constantly hurt. So half of it is bought just with the mighty Dodger checkbook.
Yeah.
The other guys, they found those guys in high school and college and said, okay, we'll draft those guys.
Why can't I mimic this other places?
Because you don't have the guys.
I don't have the resources to do
I don't
this?
think it's the resources matter to a degree, but it's the ability to say, that kid right there, that's the kind of guy we want. That not just he lights up the radar gun, but we can take what he has and make it better. And look, a lot of these guys, not those guys, but look, Jack Flaherty was available to other teams. They're the ones that, okay, we'll take him. They've done it over and over and over again where they take a guy who's kind of mid one place and turn him into an all-star here.
I kind of like the 8 starters and we'll just mix and match kind of role.
I'm telling you, that's the way. It
kind of frees up you're not dependent on one guy.
4 of those guys will be hurt at any given time.
Yes.
Look, Shohei.
You still need a bullpen though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, so these are your 8 starters. Okay,
right.
3 of those guys are going to be on the IR at any given time. At any given time, 3 of them will be banged up.
Okay, what if they're not? What if they're all healthy?
Going back to what we said earlier, these are things that tend to take care of themselves.
Okay.
They all think about what we just went through. I think they had 17 different starting pitchers this year. 17. This is 8. Okay?
Yeah.
So Glasnow will get hurt. You know how I know?
Because he gets hurt every year. Yes.
Yamamoto just missed 3 months of the season. Clayton Kershaw hasn't completed a season in a million years.
I'm not expecting Yamamoto to get hurt again, right?
He should.
He's not an injury risk. He was just hurt.
He just got hurt. They all get hurt. That's my point. The days of, here are my guys, they're all going to pitch 200. No, if you get 125 or 30 innings out of all these guys, it's a highway robbery. Nobody pitches 190, 80.
So the Dodgers are changing baseball again.
I think you're seeing it before your eyes.
So this is the blueprint on how to win
if you can
in Major League Baseball. Yeah.
This is get 20 pitchers. 10 of them are going to be in the minor leagues at any given time. 10 of them are going to be here, 11, 12, whatever. Split it however you want. But you're going to need all 20.
You're making it hard to root for the Dodgers.
Why?
Because that's not fair.
Half those guys they drafted out of high school or college.
But that's still not fair. That's an embarrassment of riches. Plus, you got Ohtani coming. That's ridiculous.
They've only won the World Series once since 1988 in a full series.
I can't believe you just said that. How do you fix your mouth to say that?
What do you mean? It's true.
There are some teams that have never sniffed a World Series.
Only a couple.
Look at you.
Only a couple.
Look at you.
Look.
Come on.
Only
Says
a couple.
the rich guy from on high.
I'm trying to think. The Mariners haven't played in the World Series.
Yeah. You're not worried about the price of eggs, are you?
Not right now. Not with the Dodgers. If they get Sasaki. So the Sasaki thing, too. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about this. We got College Football Corner with him coming up next. But reading about Sasaki could be anything from the greatest pitcher you've ever seen to, it's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Yo, everybody, what's up? It's Cappy, and it is time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East LA on a Tuesday afternoon for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center. It's 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay, Morales, even Beto's coming to do the show live from 3 to 6. Laker tickets, Kings tickets, USC tickets, we got them all to give away. And thanks to our friends from Stella Rosa. Live broadcast this Tuesday from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bus blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Vegas 004527. Vegas
1-800-003-871. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right, just $88, and you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What I didn't think I would be saying before the season started, but Indiana beat Michigan 20-15, and like handedly. Like they're not a joke anymore.
Not surprising.
Indiana could beat anybody. Maybe not Ohio State, but who knows?
Maybe Ohio.
So what I liked about this win too is that they didn't storm the field, and that they.
Oh, I love that.
They know they should have beaten Michigan. They weren't like, oh my God, we finally did it. They're like, hey, we're sticking with these guys. Signetti after the game in a on the field interview. He says, what are we, 10-0? The reporter goes, you're 10-0 for the first time in program history, coach. He goes, not bad, and then smiles to the camera. First time he smiled all game. Also, he has something to celebrate, not only the win, but his daughter got engaged. So Kurt Signetti's daughter, Natalie, and her now fiancé, Trent Van Horn, were engaged on the field after today's game. On the board, it said, Natalie, every day with you is 10-0. Will you marry me?
Oh.
So lots of great things in the Signetti family. And do you take Indiana seriously?
Yes. That's kind of smart to ask for the head coach's daughter's hand in marriage during the game.
During the game?
Yeah, where he can't get to you.
It was after the game had been final. But
that's
yes.
that's so smart. Yes, brilliant. I thought O.J. Atagwe was crazy. He married Singletary's daughter.
Oh.
How did you ask him for his daughter's hand in marriage?
Maybe he didn't.
Over the phone?
Telegram.
Dang right. Oh, my God.
You said you believe in him.
Signetti?
The Hoosiers.
Yes. Okay,
Like
about storming the field, right?
Yeah.
If Michigan was Michigan,
I agree,
and they beat Michigan, then they would storm the field.
That's more a result of Michigan being mediocre.
Yeah, it's a
this
down
year.
Michigan year.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. But it's still, if you're Indiana, you're beating Michigan, that's storming the field worthy typically, but they're good.
It's a perfect storm. They're good and Michigan isn't.
Yes.
It wasn't a surprise that they won the game.
You'd embarrass yourself if you stormed the field
That would have been a bad look right there.
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said. You believe in Indiana.
I do. I believe in that coach.
Okay. I believe in that coach as well, and they're a good team. They're not going to be an easy out. But if we're just picking teams, like they have to play Ohio State tomorrow, who are you taking?
Ohio State.
They have to play Penn State tomorrow. Who are you taking?
I might take Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have to play Oregon.
I'll take Oregon.
Georgia. Alabama.
I might take Indiana.
But
yeah.
They're not quite on that level. They're just that first tier down from those guys. And until you see them beat one of those schools, until they beat one of those, they weren't supposed to win that one.
Yeah.
Right? They weren't supposed to beat Ohio State. They're not supposed to beat Oregon or Georgia or take any of the Texas, right? These teams that you think are really, really good. Once you beat one of those, it's like, okay, I need to see one of those before I'm fully in.
I'm excited to see them potentially likely in the playoffs because
Yeah.
they will play one of those teams.
For sure.
Unless they play like a BYU or whatever else, but they're likely to play a really big, good team.
You're going to have to play somebody good and from a Power 5, like a big one of the schools you just mentioned. One thing I like about them is they play a tough brand of ball. They don't beat themselves. They don't get a lot of penalties, and they're so well coached.
Yeah.
You can tell. They're going to take away what you do best and make you go the hard road to beat them.
Look, I know that he's the hot guy right now. They've won. They're 10-0. USC's really struggling. They've got one conference win. UCLA has 3. So I get that it's a perfect storm. Again, right? The hot coach and the marquee program that's down. It's like, why don't you just put these two things together? It's more than that. Everything that you just said, DeMarco, is what's so intriguing to me about that guy here. They're not just they just didn't get a guy that's such a great player that nobody can stop him. They're just good.
Yeah.
They're well coached. They don't commit a ton of penalties. They don't turn the ball over. They line up
Everything
right.
is well timed.
Like,
yeah.
Yes, like
Yeah.
there's nothing fluky about how they're winning these games. They're just better than the teams they're playing.
It's a tough sell, and you see it with high schools that are sometimes overmatched athlete-wise. If we just do things right, we give ourselves a chance to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make them make a play against us.
And if you gave look, I don't know Indiana's roster well enough to go down to they're too deep at every position.
That's going to be interesting. How many guys are drafted out of that? Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I bet it's not 1 million of them.
Me too.
And that I think is the ultimate sign of respect for what Cignetti's doing is he's taken, we'll use the terminology, he's taken a bunch of 2-star guys and beaten 5-star guys or 4-star guys. What if you gave him a bunch of 4 and 5 stars? What does that look like?
It's like Luke Fickell at Cincinnati before he left.
Still not going there, though. If I had a choice between a bunch of schools in Indiana, I'm still not going there to play football.
I agree with you. Yeah. That's why he's going to leave.
Remember when Northwestern would up jump and pop and have a great team every now and then?
Yeah.
Kind of like them.
Yeah, that's what it's unsustainable. It
is unsustainable.
So that's why when you are Kurt Cignetti and I don't know, take your pick, USC, somebody with money, tradition, pedigree comes in and saying, "Listen, great job, we love it here. You have a ceiling here. There is no ceiling at our place. The ceiling at our place is NFL players, national championships, Heisman trophies." And you can become a legend in this. You can only do that at like maybe 10 places. Indiana's not one of them. Come on over here. That's the pitch, right? Because they are capped out.
Absolutely. But the one downside to coming out here is what?
The expectation.
You can be fired.
Yeah, but okay, but can I
if
flip
you
that
don't
on its
meet
head?
yeah, go ahead.
They all get fired, DeMarco. Let me take the money and the chance.
But you could be Kirk Ferentz at Iowa and just be okay and be beloved forever.
I totally get it.
Until one of your players messes up.
I totally get it. And Kirk Ferentz is the perfect choice. Okay, when you start listing the great college football coaches of all time, no one's getting a Kirk Ferentz.
No.
Right? Now,
every now and then there's one. There's one or two a year.
But you
are the institution.
You could at least have a chance at that. And there's no guarantee. You might be fired in 3 years. I got a big stack of money, and now I got to go back to a different place.
And you have to start over.
You got to start over.
Yeah.
But okay, I took a shot. I
think I might be the legend.
To me.
I think I might stay the legend at Indiana. I think I might be that guy because who knows? If I build a program there
Yeah, but you just said
I start attracting kids.
NFL player,
but it's
DeMarco
different now,
Farr,
right?
I'm not going there.
But it's different with NIL money because I could go anywhere now if you pay me.
True, but their NIL for football, at least at the time, is dwarfed by these other places.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana's broke though.
No,
I'm
but
sure
they're not going to compete with Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State.
I don't think they want to, but I think they could. But she would take away from basketball.
Yeah,
and that's what they're not doing.
They're not getting a bunch of those guys. They're going to have the way they win is the way they're doing it right now.
What if what if I told you, like, if we become a football power, we become a football school, we'll actually make the school more money than basketball. We'll make 3 times as much as if we won the national championship in basketball.
Yeah, that's.
All we got to do is go all in, which means we got to take a couple prop 48s.
Or I could take a shot at Notre Dame.
You could.
I could take a shot at Alabama because look, DeBoer's already 1 loss away from having people circling his house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and they come open. They don't get them, and you get that shot. Indiana, maybe not exactly Indiana, but something like Indiana. There's always going to be a place for me to go back.
I'd
like
be
that.
back channeling, like you said, to SC. I'd have a side eye towards you.
I would have a new neighbor. That's what I know. Hey, Kurt, what's your name? Kurt?
No
I just moved in from L.A. You ever been? Yeah, I went to USC. You ever heard of it?
You're dang right.
I would. Come on over. Let me show you some things.
I dare somebody to bring that up in a press conference with Signetti.
They will.
You think so?
Sure.
I can't wait to see him bite that head off.
And he will.
Oh, my God, he will.
And he should.
Yeah.
And then he calls his rating and goes, so we're good? We're good? Yeah.
Good job.
You're good? You got that? It's done, right?
No
doubt. Okay, cool. Yeah, an opportunity of a lifetime has presented itself.
Yes.
For the sake of my family,
I'm leaving.
It's covered. Time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East LA. That's coming up tomorrow afternoon. Live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay, and of course Morales will be doing the show live from 3 to 6. They got Lakers tickets, Kings tickets, SC tickets to give out thanks to their friends at Stella Rosa. Live broadcast tomorrow, 3 to 6 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon at Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA.
Hey, what's up, Holmes?
I forget what it was. Something was on TV, or we were at a restaurant, and I said to Susan, I said, "What's up, Holmes?" And she's like, "What?" Yeah, because it
forgot where you were.
Triggered the sound. I'm like, "What's up, Holmes?" And she's like, "Huh?" Never mind. Never mind.
Just go
Hot
with
and
it.
Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are we ready for a party? Oh, party! The Sedano and Cap Show is getting ready to get back on the streets. A live broadcast coming up this Tuesday afternoon from the Ramirez Beverage Center in East LA, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano, Cap, producer Lindsay, me, Chris Morales will be there, pressing the flesh. And we've got Lakers tickets to give away, Kings tickets, USC women's and men's basketball tickets, and more. Plus, you can enter the Stella Rosa Dream Ticket. Tuesday afternoon, be with us in the city of East LA at the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. We'll see you starting at 3 p.m.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday night football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Going through a life change, whether you're downsizing, you've inherited a home, or you're just ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
I thought you said they're giving away an Alfa Romeo every Sunday. What? They are? Out of my way! Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo's making your Thanksgiving feast for you to go. Order yours now.
Number 2.
You'll be shaking with laughter with Earthquake, live January 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's Morongo's 20th anniversary. The party starts the 22nd with prizes, giveaways, dining and drink specials, and fireworks.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Real and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
FX presents American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez.
Football is all I got. Everything's okay when I'm playing ball.
You can't make mistakes, Aaron. People are watching you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Is there something that you want to tell me?
You don't know the kind of thoughts I have.
FX's American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. All new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Why is no one talking
Aloha.
about this?
Aloha. Yeah,
I'm young. What?
Okay, I'm okay. Got it. All right, so it's hot because monkeys.
Huh?
43 monkeys escaped
Oh.
from a research facility in South Carolina, and only 25 of them have been recovered. 18 are still on the loose.
And do you know what type of monkey we're talking about?
Does it matter?
Yeah, because some of those little monkeys like this,
Yeah.
okay, but if it's like
The
chimps,
big one, okay.
or something like chimps can kill you.
They could rip your arm off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am trying to breeze through this, and I do not know what the monkey
I saw this video.
genus. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was released because a new employee, had left the door open of this monkey enclosure.
A former
of the
new
Patriots.
employee.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice going,
exactly.
Melvin.
So, this is the Planet of the Apes. This is how the Planet of the Apes happened.
Yes, or 12 monkeys. Yeah.
Exactly. They were at a research facility. The monkeys got out, and then they took over San Francisco, and then it took over the world. All right.
Oh, my
so
God.
I
this
have
is the end of
questions.
times.
Do we know what you said it's a research facility?
Yep.
What was being researched at this facility?
And
Monkeys.
I have not
Okay,
seen.
but like, are they treating the monkeys well? You know, like, are they trying to teach the monkeys how to play poker?
Oh,
like, you know what I
you're trying
mean?
to see
Like,
if are they mad when they get? Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah,
Are
were they being
doing
treated
things
poorly?
to the monkeys that the monkeys are upset about?
Oh boy, that does sound like a movie,
Right?
Yes.
Like, if the monkeys are just being like, we'll try to teach the monkeys sign language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are nice monkeys that get out.
They feed them well. They treat them well.
Wow.
They're interactive.
Apparently,
with
they're
other monkeys.
researching brain disorders.
Oh, God, we
on
got
monkeys.
problems.
Nope.
So,
No.
We got issues.
Go
No,
find
thank
those
you.
18 monkeys.
Some monkeys that are high on acid.
You guys ever heard about that one prank, the senior prank? That's like you release 4 pigs in your high school, and you label them 1, 2, 4, and 5. So like you're always looking for 3, even though 3 doesn't exist.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
I've never heard of that.
I
that
haven't
happens
either.
at your school?
it didn't happen in my school, but it was
Oh.
like one of those like MTV senior prank things.
That's
Okay.
pretty good though.
You
Yeah.
go home to the far compound.
Correct.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, because tonight it'll be late. It'll be
Yes.
dark. You won't be able to see it. Tomorrow you're sitting in your kitchen. You're having
You guys can't hear us, right? No.
monkey on your back fence. What do you do?
Like that first
Scream?
Jumanji, right?
Yeah.
Jumanji, right.
Because your first reaction would be,
What the?
yes.
Yes.
Is that a monkey?
Yeah.
Am I going crazy?
Am I high? I might be.
What do you do? Do you call like the animal control?
First, I would lock
Probably.
the door.
What if it's a little cute little monkey?
I would still lock the door, make sure that thing can't get
You
in.
know, they have thumbs. They can open things.
Yes.
Those are the monkeys that rip your face off.
Right.
Have you guys ever
No.
watched? You guys watch Chimp Crazy? That
No,
HBO.
chimps
I
will
have. They will go
tear
nuts
you to
on
pieces.
you. Yes,
No, I'm
crazy.
not talking. I'm not like chimp size, the smaller size, the kind that You know, like on Friends, that size of monkey.
Oh,
I'm not messing with
the one
any
with the
monkey.
diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. That crank the little thing.
Yeah, the organ grinder
that
monkeys.
one. Okay, those are nice.
Carry the cup and
that's
collect
scary.
the nickels. Those things.
And then they rip your face off later.
Yeah.
All right, so what's cold is Greg Olson. So Greg Olson was calling the Saints-Falcons game, and at the end of the game, all the Saints needed to do was get a first down, and they would ice the game. So they throw the ball down the field. Alvin Kamara has no one around him, basically. The guy, he's already beat his guy. All he has to do is catch it. It's right in his palms, hits it, and drops it. I was watching it live, and I thought he caught it, and I was like, wait, why is the play stopping? And then the ball had fallen to the ground. So Greg Olson was doing this call, and in the replay of that play, this is what he said.
He's thinking that Kamara's going to break in, break out, and instead he just runs right by him. Just that's Aaron Judge dropping the ball in the 5th inning of the World Series. There's really just no explanation.
All right, so
Dang.
is it fair that Aaron Judge caught a stray?
No.
Yes.
And how long will he be catching strays?
That's so mean.
I'm not saying it's not mean. It is mean.
Yeah, come
but
on.
it's if I said you, dude, that's Aaron. That means it doesn't make any sense.
Inexplicable.
It's a routine play
Yeah.
by a great player who just botched it. I don't think he meant it as Judge sucks. It's a great player who
Yeah.
inexplicably made a terrible play.
So Aaron Judge is having a watch party at his house. He's chilling. He's finally gotten over it. And then Greg Olson does this.
Thank goodness that everyone else played kickball
Right.
that inning too.
This is true.
Because if it had just
Yeah.
been that, then it's infamy, right?
Did you hear his name is Error Judge? Isn't that's just wrong?
You know how many errors he made during the regular season?
How many?
Zero. You know,
Well,
how many he made in the postseason prior to that?
How many?
Zero.
That's the biggest one of the ever. That's the
But
biggest one
that-
in the world.
I
though.
think
Yeah.
that's why. Look,
biggest moment of his life, and he blew it.
It's rough to
Yeah.
have to be that guy, but I don't think it was even Aaron Judge would have caught that. That's uncool.
You could have left that out. Though.
But
come on.
But if I'll be honest, I
Yeah.
didn't see the play. I know exactly what happened now
He
because
just booted it.
It was
Yeah.
right here, and he just dropped it.
You could have left that out, Greg. That is cold.
I like
that is
it.
very cold.
It's very cold.
That is very cold.
It's very
Yes.
cold, but Aaron Judge is pretty good. He should have caught that ball.
Dang, Greg, come on.
Game Day Comfort is powered by NextGen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3NEXTGen, 833-3NEXGEN to snag their $88 drain cleaning special
The
today.
worst moment of your life, and somebody keeps bringing that up.
It's pretty bad.
The worst moment of your life, and they keep bringing that up. How would you feel?
I wouldn't like it.
I hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
you don't
it.
like it, play better.
Catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't look ahead.
You don't like it, play better.
Catch it.
Right.
Right? Like the Volpe.
Yeah.
You know why nobody was going to talk about that Volpe one forever?
Yeah.
Because that's a play that occasionally there's an error on. Not a lot, but
Yeah.
occasionally that ball is.
Not that one.
The Garrett Cole forgetting to cover first base and Judge just dropping the ball, those are inexplicable. Cole just lost his mind for a fraction of a second.
Forgot where he was at.
Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Or it's not even a video, the still picture where he's actually way closer to first base than Mookie Betts.
Yeah, he just blew it.
And it just
Yeah.
wasn't.
Everybody
it just,
has one of those moments. It just happened in the World Series for you.
Buckner, what's the other one that went through his legs?
Buckner went through his leg. It
Bend your
happens.
knees, man.
Dude, he was decrepit. He could barely move. He
Take
was like
some Advil.
He you know why they put him out there?
Why?
This is the worst. So all season long, in that situation where they had a lead and the game was about to be over, they took him
subbed
off
him.
the field
Yeah.
and put in a guy who could bend over and pick up the ball.
Right.
You know why they didn't?
Why?
Because they wanted him to be on the field when the celebration happened.
It's a good reason not to have him out there or to have him out there. It just turned out to be the
But
worst
isn't the
mistake
whole-
of your life.
Isn't the whole point is he can't catch a ground ball?
Yeah.
He's
But
injured.
Who would have thought it would come right to him? Who would have thought it would
Up the
come
line,
right to
behind
him?
the bag, it gets through Buckner. Knight scores.
Buckner will be avenged.
Oh, my gosh. Poor Bill Buckner. You know, that guy had like 2,900 hits. It was like a lifetime 290 hitter. It's like he was a really, really good player.
How many home runs did Judge hit this year?
59.
And no one cares. One play.
I mean, we'll remember. You're going to remember these people that made the mistakes that get your team to a championship. Like, remember who dropped the interception in the NFC Championship
Jaquaski
game?
Tart.
Exactly. You remember
Thank
that.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
You
so
remember-
much. Of course I remember that.
You remember
Absolutely.
the PI non-call in the Saints
Nikhil
Rams game?
Roby Coleman and Tommy Lee Lewis.
Exactly. There were
Never
people that will
forget
live in
it.
infamy.
Bang Bang played DeMarco. Could have gone either way.
I was there. I saw it.
Where
was
were
there.
you when that went down?
Right under the goalpost.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking at both officials, and I'm like, you guys aren't going to call that? Thank you. Right there. Yes.
There's been a million bad calls.
That was the worst.
That might be the worst.
That was so obvious. Like
And it wasn't like it was a full second early.
It wasn't even close.
No, it was tackle, ball.
Right. Like, obvious call, and you missed it. Good.
All right, tonight the Rams are going to have at least their most full complement of players since opening night. Steve Avila is back. Jonah Jackson is back. Jonah Williams is back as well, and they waived Logan Bruss from their team.
Big Bruss.
Yeah.
I was so happy for him getting back on the field. It just did not work out.
Well, why not? Because he was the second-round draft pick?
Yeah, I think he was overdrafted.
Okay.
And I think his knee injury really affected him, so he was struggling to begin with, and then he had the left knee injury for a left guard that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Is that a chance for him to connect somewhere else, find another path?
He's big, he's smart, he can catch on someplace else. He may have to change positions.
Where to?
Bump out to right tackle if you can.
Okay.
Play a less physical position than guard and see if you can hang on there, but it's obvious he was overdrafted.
Yeah. Look, the Rams are getting as close to fully healthy as you could probably hope in Week 10 of the season, right? You're going to have guys with bumps and bruises. Havenstein is down, but you've got Noteboom back.
Yeah, this may open up Stafford even more because now you have less to worry about. Bo Limmer, rookie center, physically great. There were some question marks mentally about protection issues. A lot
because the center's calling that, right?
Calling everything. A lot on Stafford's plate. So that's a little less that Matthew Stafford has to do. So just stand back there and wing it and let Jonah Jackson handle all the protection.
Hasn't. I know he's played some center, but it's not like he's a guard for most of his NFL career. He's been a guard.
He's actually a guy he's a natural center. He's a guy that they've wanted to move to center for years. Like when you ask him what position do you play, he'll say, I'm actually a center who's playing guard. So he's going back to where he should be. So hopefully this opens up the offense.
Why did
opens
they
up
move
Matthew
off
Stafford.
of Avila as the center so quickly?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather have him at left guard and just be a mauler.
Great, but then why did they try to move him to center in the first place?
I think they're cross-training.
Okay.
So in the future, he may be your guy. Because, look, your best guard, if he bumps down to center, that's great.
Yeah.
He's tough as nails and he's smart, too. That's good. But I think Jackson might be the better center, and Steve Avila might be a better guard for right now.
That was one because I remember last year when he was just absolutely killing guys. It's like, hey, he might be the center of the future. Okay, and then the season ends, and very quickly they announced that we're going to move him to center, and he worked at center right up until the start, and then they flipped him back to his left guard spot. It's like, I know he could play left guard. It's just he never really even got a chance to play center.
I don't want to bog him down with thought. Just go maul people.
Put your hands on that man.
That's him.
Move him.
That's it.
Move him. By the way, no thank you.
What, to maul?
No, to be on the offensive line or defensive line where you played.
It's so refreshing.
No, you
just hit the guy in front of you.
Nope. You know what I'd like to do? I want to be the backup quarterback.
Hold the clipboard.
I don't even want to play.
You get no glory.
Who is the most durable NFL? Brett Favre? Is he
Yes.
like, okay, I want to be his backup. I want to never play. I want to come to practice. I want to stay nice and clean. I don't even need a shower after the game. And I'll take all the money.
Chicks dig scars.
That's fine. I'll meet girls. I'll be funny or nice or I'll let them.
You'll be that guy.
I'll make sure that they get Brett Favre's autograph.
I like it.
We'll do it like that. The Dump Super Crosstalk coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
They will never get me. Okay. Never, ever, ever.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Let me hear your Mahomes, Mason.
I don't have one.
Oh.
Kermit the Frog here.
Oh, that was good.
That wasn't terrible.
Great. Greg,
Yeah, no, Greg, you've got Kermit the Frog down. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Monday, November 11th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-9532. 800-298-9532. Again, that's 800-298-9532.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, DeMarco, before we get to our traditional dump items.
Yes.
Am I crazy for thinking Puka might have a night tonight?
No. Why?
I just feel...
Just don't get thrown out.
Well, that's why, quite frankly. I feel like he has that, I'm going to make good on... Because he made a mistake. He kind of put his team in a bad spot by getting kicked out of the game.
A $5,400 mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money... That's not nothing, but he'll survive the 5,400. But I left my team shorthanded in a game that could have gone the other way. That was a huge mistake.
Of course. Yeah, I love it. You're going to show up for work on Tuesday. There will be a FedEx in your locker.
Yeah.
You don't even have to open it. You really don't.
You're just waiting to see what the number is?
Yeah, that will come out of your paycheck.
Right?
It comes out of your paycheck. It's just gone. It says NFL charity.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, it's just gone. You'll never see it again. Yep.
Happy birthday to Leonardo DiCaprio. Turns the big 50 today, DeMarco.
Leo is 50?
Leo is 50.
Get out of town.
Leo was 50.
I thought
and
he
guess
was
how old his girlfriends are.
25.
Not 50.
Yeah, not 50.
Not 50.
I thought he was a lot younger than us. Really?
He's slightly younger than us. Yeah.
I mean, but he's 50. Wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, Leo.
Yeah.
Looking good.
What's the first movie you think of?
Titanic.
Yeah. M for you?
I don't know. It's hard when I close my eyes and I think about him. Probably, yeah, the Titanic.
Yeah.
But I could maybe the Wolf of Wall Street guy.
Oh yeah, I'm not leaving.
You know what it is for me, and not because this is his best role or the most iconic movie, but I was anti-Leo for no good reason. I just too pretty, the whole thing. Like, nah, not into it. And I saw Blood Diamond.
Oh, great
and I'm
movie.
Like, that guy's awesome.
Yes.
And from that point forward, I'm like, oh no, he's just great in just about everything he does. So
Great
whenever I see
movie.
it, I think of Blood Diamond.
And Gilbert Grape. Did you ever see that?
That's when he was a kid,
That's
right?
when he was a kid. That was
With Johnny
fantastic.
Depp, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
He was in Growing Pains. Remember that?
He was in Growing Pains, the TV
series?
show?
Yes.
Like as a regular?
As the last season of Growing Pains, he was like the adopted cousin that they brought. You know how they always bring in a cute little kid when the series is about to die?
Yeah.
He was the kid.
I did not know
He
that.
was Cousin Oliver for Growing Pains.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
also had quite the star-studded birthday party here in LA this past weekend. It's funny to me, imagining Steven Spielberg at a Leonardo DiCaprio party, because it's he's probably leaving right as the party is taking off. It's
Okay.
Steven's all right, see you guys. It's 10 p.m.
I hear what you're saying, and I probably agree with you, and maybe you might be the other side of this coin. At 50, I don't need to tear it up anymore.
Leo's tearing it up.
Do you still, at 50, we're going to go till 4 o'clock in the morning, tear it up?
I'm not going to tear up your 50th, but mine, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait
I
till
mean,
I
his
get
girlfriend's
to 60.
20 years old. I think he wants
You
to
know,
keep her going.
you have no choice. Yes, you must keep going.
Happy birthday to, is it Demi?
It's Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Tell me you didn't know that.
Sometimes it's Demi.
It's Demi.
Okay.
What did you say?
Demi.
It's Demi.
I don't. This is why I asked. See?
Heel or hill?
Heel.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about the same person. She might win won't win an Oscar this year, but she might be nominated for an Oscar this year for her role in The Substance.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's a movie that I watched and it almost made me throw up.
Is this
That's
Ghost?
crazy.
Ghost.
Yeah,
Throw
she did,
up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Is it
body
gory?
horror. And she basically she's trying to take this pill or this injection to make her younger.
Oh.
And the younger version of herself comes out of her back.
Oh,
and
God.
yeah.
Oh, I saw this. I saw it. She's all twisted up. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this. It's
at
gross.
the end of the movie, she's all twisted up because the younger version of herself takes more of it when she's not supposed to, and then morphs into a monstrous version of both of them.
What was that movie? Altered States. Remember that?
With
old movie. I think it was
the movie about getting high.
No, Altered States.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. I saw that this morning. That's gross. Okay.
What are you watching in the morning?
It was on Twitter.
Oh,
I saw that. Oh,
I would not necessarily recommend The Substance. It is a good movie, but it's not someone I recommend to the wide audience.
I think G.I. Jane before Ghost.
Ghost. So for me,
Yeah.
it's a different. It was it's Rob Lowe and her. I forget the name of the movie. Jim
St.
Belushi's
Elmo's?
in it.
St.
No, it was right around that time.
Okay.
They're in Chicago, and it's her and Rob Lowe. They fall in love, and it's physical to begin with, and then they
I missed
actually
that
fall
one.
in love. It,
Yeah.
About last night.
About I heard that.
That's what it
Okay,
is.
She
but
was
Ghost.
also in
Go ahead.
Scarlet Letter too.
Good one.
And she played with that's Daniel Day-Lewis Scarlet Letter, I think maybe.
I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
I do. But Ghost had everybody buying those clay wheels.
Pottery wheel?
The pottery wheel. Everybody and their mama had one.
Did you buy one?
Of course, man.
You bought a pottery wheel?
That movie was so big, and
Did
that
you
scene was awesome.
Learn how to throw a pot?
Heck, no. I wasn't in it for making pots. Come on. It was just a prop. Come on.
This guy.
Come on
Yeah.
over and see my pottery
Yes.
wheel, baby.
It was the next thing, from my fish tank. Come see my fish tank.
Oh.
Come see my pottery wheel.
Yeah, but a fish tank's something to look at. A pottery wheel's just a circle that spins.
But it made me look like I was into that. Come on.
Happy birthday to Stanley Tucci. Let me think. Devil Wears Prada. That's
Yes.
the first
Yeah,
thing I think
that's
of.
what I think about.
Pelican Brief.
Oh, is he in Pelican Brief?
Yes.
I just remember Denzel and Julia Roberts.
He was the hitman.
Stanley Tucci was
yes,
a hitman?
he was the hitman.
Wow.
Also, fun story about Stanley Tucci and Devil Wears Prada. He met his wife after filming that movie because he's now married to Emily Blunt's sister.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so Stanley Tucci's part of that family.
Wow.
Also, if you like Stanley Tucci, he has a good movie came out a couple weeks ago called Conclave, and it's about the
that's
selecting of the popes.
The Pope one, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a list on my letterbox that's like Stanley Tucci telling the main character to get their stuff together, and it's Devil Wears Prada and Conclave.
I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, and if it is, just don't answer the question. Is John Lithgow a good guy or a bad guy in that?
I think it's pretty early on. You can tell he's not a good guy.
Okay.
Either way, it's still good.
I love John Lithgow
Me
as
too.
the bad guy.
Yes.
He is such a creepy bad guy. He's terrific.
He's delicious as a bad guy.
I would say the only quote-unquote good guy is Ray Fiennes.
Okay.
And then there's another character who I'm not going to say why they're a good guy.
What was that silly movie? It was Cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Terrific.
great
Stallone?
bad guy.
Or
Yeah.
was that Stallone or was that Schwarzenegger?
That was Stallone. He was a great bad guy in that.
He's
Yes.
a terrific bad
Also,
guy.
Stanley Tucci, have you ever seen his cooking videos?
No. Yeah.
Like he'll do
Really?
it's just the ideal man is Stanley Tucci. Just in the kitchen, really emotionally intelligent.
Wow.
Just good looking enough, loves to travel. Yeah, Stanley Tucci is the ideal man.
Today, in 1994, the Santa Claus was released. With Tim the Toolman
Allen?
Taylor.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Okay. Papa's evil.
That's a good Christmas movie.
I watch it every other year. Yes.
Every other year.
Because if it's, not every year, but every other year it's on, we watch it. Yeah.
Why are you skipping the other?
It's not on it's not on the rotation.
What's in the rotation for the holiday?
Elf.
Yes.
A Christmas Story.
Yes.
What's the one? The
the
most
Grinch?
famous
The
one.
Grinch?
No, the Miracle.
Miracle on 34th
That
Street.
one. Yes, and we have one more. It's Rudolph.
Oh, the
claymation one.
The puppets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
They're mean to him.
We watched
I
Home
know.
Alone for the first time yesterday. With Maite.
What'd you think?
Home Alone.
Yeah,
with my daughter. She watched it for the first time. We've seen it.
Did she like it?
Oh, she loved it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it. I get to show my daughter the movies I like, and she's starting to like them.
Polar Express?
No.
I don't like Polar
It's
Express.
Me either.
creepy.
It is
Yeah.
weird. It looks weird.
It looks
I never-
weird. The message is wonderful.
It's wonderful, and Tom Hanks is a national treasure and all that stuff. But the animation is strange.
It's the uncanny valley. It looks too realistic, and so it's there's a theory called the uncanny valley where if something technology is too close to what we'd actually see, but we can tell it's not real, that's what makes us scared of something. So
Speaking of that, is that really you in a helmet, or is that just a picture of somebody?
Oh, that's just a picture.
Somebody superimposed that on your head?
Really you?
Is that really you?
Yeah, that's
you.
me.
Why
put a
is
helmet
it
on.
sideways?
I did the best I could. It was too big for me.
It's because he lost the bet.
I lost a bet.
Who had a Packers helmet?
I lost a bet. I had to order it from Amazon. And by the way, they were very kind in taking it back.
They took it back?
They did?
They did take it back.
Did you go like NFL shop, like the authenticated?
No. This is like
Is
a
that
cheap
Packers?
ass.
That's
yeah,
Packers.
It's a Packers.
You
It's
look
after
like
we
Aaron
lost to
Rodgers.
the Packers.
After he got hit a few times. This
Yeah,
is what he
that's
looks
it.
like.
Like right after he got sacked
Right
in the
there,
helmet.
yes.
Cockeyed. What bet did you lose?
I lost the Packers-Rams bet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. Yeah.
Is that the one with not Favre? Rippin? That one?
No.
The Packers game.
Unsportsmanlike?
No, the Packers game that the
Oh,
Rams
no,
lost.
this was this year.
Oh, this year.
This year.
Okay, got it.
Not last year. Last year, I would have had to wear two helmets. I think, so
that one last year might have been the worst NFL
It was
game I've ever seen in my life.
It was absolutely awful. I can't believe you went to a game with Brett Rippon the way he was playing.
And he still has a job.
That
he's still
game-
playing.
Is he?
He's still playing.
God
so
bless him.
last year's
year's Packer
Packers-Rams game where Brett Rippon played instead of Stafford and Jordan Love, it was right before he got hot.
Right. It was their sixth loss.
Yes.
It was 3-6. They were the last
fi-
game into the
What was
bye.
the final score?
Like 20-14
Okay,
or something
Mace,
like
there's
that.
a worse game that you attended where the
Okay.
Rams played worse.
Yeah.
Do you remember the game where Lamar Jackson torched them at the Coliseum?
Oh,
yeah,
and
I
they
do.
lost
I do.
44-3.
That was worse for the Rams, John, but the difference was both the Packers and Rams in that game were dreadful.
Bad.
It was
no, it
just
was really
both
awful. It wasn't
teams
just
were
the
Rams
terrible.
being bad.
No,
No.
it was both of them being bad, and they both ended up making
Yeah,
the
I
playoffs.
remember
that
Lamar
was a
Jackson.
drubbing. That Baltimore game was
That
a drubbing.
was
If
a
I
rough
remember
game.
correctly, Lamar finished something like 17 of 18.
Yes.
You know, he had he
And he
had
had-
one incompletion.
And he probably had 200 yards on the ground,
Travis,
too.
he ran right by me, and I felt the wind.
I have a
I
I have a
felt the
question.
wind, yes.
Ireland, are you working part-time as a college professor?
I am at 10 today. No, I
Well,
have.
and you've got elbow patches.
You've got the elbow patches, which college professors all have.
Open your
Professor
textbook to page
Ireland.
73. All right, speaking of which, if I was a college professor,
Yes.
you two idiots,
Who?
you and Travis,
What about us?
are the most geographically challenged morons
Oh,
I
what
think
college
I've ever
football
heard.
thing?
It's
Yeah,
not
there's no
geography.
line.
we need to make these balanced.
No, so they said they want to divide the country into a Western Conference and an Eastern Conference in college football.
In college football,
And
okay.
Emily's giving them cities. And Emily's like, Indiana. And Travis goes, West.
What?
We're just
Indiana
picking.
is in
Indiana's
the...
not in the West.
No.
Wait, Trav.
It would be under my formula.
Trav. Indiana, I was just there.
Yeah.
Indianapolis is in the Eastern time zone.
Big time.
Right. But think in mind, Cincinnati Reds used to be
Eastern
in the
time zone.
Yes. National League West, Atlanta Falcons, NFC West, New Orleans Saints, NFC West. There's a precedent to
There's
juggle
more
this stuff a little bit.
great teams in the
all
East.
those things you
They
just
were
mentioned aren't that way anymore.
Right.
Well, we're going to
They
go back.
fixed
We're gonna,
Somebody got an atlas
I mean,
and they fixed
you
it.
remind me of the two guys in the NBA office that somehow stuck New Orleans and Memphis in the Western Conference.
But if you split it down the middle, there's more teams out east.
Michigan and Ohio State are both in the West.
both in the
world.
Eastern time
Yes.
zone. I was in
Wait,
Detroit last
put them
week.
in the Western Conference?
Yeah, because if you just
I was in Cleveland, where it is
Mace, look at this
Eastern
map.
time.
Okay, here
Are
your
those the college
these
football
are your college
programs?
football
There's
programs.
more teams in
if
the
you
East.
split it down the middle,
You can't.
don't have enough on one side.
I
You
disagree.
need to start
So
pulling.
you're worried about the West.
Yes,
I'm worried about
competitive
the West.
balance.
We may not have enough teams. is
No,
what he's saying.
no. Hold on, though. We go right down the Mason-Dixon line.
Okay.
Right? All right.
So you're gonna
I
cut
get
it
all of
this way.
Texas, which is good.
So
We're
you're
in the
going
West.
this way.
You're worried about
Yeah.
You're worried about the West being competitive, right?
Yes.
I get Oregon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get USC.
Yeah.
I get
Well.
I get Texas.
Yes.
I get Texas A&M and everybody in.
And who do they get,
But
Travis?
he's saying in sheer volume, there aren't enough
volume
teams in the
too.
West.
Don't I get
to make
LSU?
it-
Doesn't LSU
No,
break?
LSU
No.
would be on the other
That's
side.
why we tried to split it up.
LSU,
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia, all the Florida schools, all the upper Midwest schools, they're all east of the Mississippi
Yeah.
River.
Our line's
so
a
you're gonna
little jagged.
We need
Yeah.
to pull 10
Right.
somewhere
So
between
your
good.
dividing line is actually from this part of the world, the I-75. The
I-
I-75
Kinda.
runs. Do you know where it is?
Yes.
The
Kinda.
I-75 runs just west of Columbus.
Here's who we pulled
all the way to Florida.
west. Here's the full list. Wisconsin, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Ohio State, Michigan, Louisville, Michigan State, Cincinnati, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt?
Yes.
We
Vanderbilt's
wanted to balance
in
out Cincinnati.
Tennessee.
DeMarco didn't like the fact that
that's
we
true.
let
No Tennessee.
Right.
You're
Memphis
just
is in
skipping
the
them?
West.
Wait a minute. You took Vanderbilt and didn't take Tennessee?
right.
Why?
So here's why.
Why? 'Cause
There's
they're
an
not coming.
explanation. No,
Yeah.
DeMarco did not want to let me bring Cincinnati in because of their poor academic
Our
record.
graduation rate
so
would
we
drop.
needed an academic school, so we took Vanderbilt with them.
Yeah,
You
that
guys-
is
yeah.
important.
I'm never putting you in charge of realignment ever.
Right. This
Yeah,
is
I
this
think
is
we
a,
solved it.
this is
I
a
tried
terrible
to teach
plan.
you guys on math.
Terrible.
I think we saw it. Jorge, let's do a little Supercross talk. Bonk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
So are you going straight from here to SoFi?
Running home, picking up one off the SoFi. Really excited.
Third quarter?
What?
When you're going to arrive?
No, I swear to God.
Be there for kickoff.
It's so
He
much.
made it. He did it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
made it?
I've done it a whole bunch of times.
For the opening kickoff?
Yeah, opening kickoff.
Okay.
It's not a problem. Now I do have really good parking, which makes a difference.
Okay.
Wait, how far is... You don't live that far, do you?
No, I live
Oh,
close
you're
to
talking
SoFi,
traffic.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Although Veterans Day will help you today.
That's right.
Little
A lot
zip
of people
fewer
are
cars
not.
on
Yeah.
the road.
So
A
wait,
lot of
when
people
you
not
do
out
the
there.
pregame show, do you do it from the stadium, right?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to jump in early?
Yes.
You should play Game of Games today.
Okay.
Because you never get to play.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah, you did it on Thursday night, and
you
now-
flamed out last
I
night.
was
You need
bad.
a redo.
Is Brian, if it's one of Brian's
It's
games,
my game.
Okay,
And I
Brian's
think you'll
games
do.
are
I
hard.
think you could do well.
How bad was it?
I got 1 out of like 8
You
questions.
didn't write. What were you guys talking about?
Do you remember?
This
the
was like
subjects?
somebody. How many? Which is more? People that have walked on the moon, or
Yeah.
like
This
USC
is- I
Heisman
remember
Trophy?
that.
This is the degree of difficulty in this game is not that
okay.
hard.
Yeah.
Jump on.
Yeah.
So, DeMarco,
Sir.
Jonah Jackson healthy, Steve Avila healthy.
Yeah.
What the hell's the? I'm trying to figure out the
No
pieces
boom
on the
right
offensive
tackle.
line.
Joe
Okay.
No boom right tackle.
In place of Havenstein.
In place of Havenstein, Dodson's going to start.
Okay.
Jackson's going to start at center.
At center.
Avila at left guard.
Okay.
And then Alard Jackson at left tackle.
Okay, so why?
That is your offensive line.
Why didn't they go back to Avila at center and Jonah Jackson at guard?
Okay, so apparently Jackson is a natural center.
Okay.
That was playing guard. And he's smart.
Because Avila played center in college at TCU,
He played
right?
both.
And
Yeah.
Steve Avila is a guy I don't want to slow down by thinking. I don't want you to have to worry about protections. I don't want you have to worry about communication. Just line up and go block the guy in front.
Yeah, I need the job where I don't have to do
Make it
anything.
simple, right?
This is, you know what? We did. We got the Avila job. We don't have to think.
So if you're thinking of the best, most physical offensive line combo you can come up with, this would be it.
All right. I
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
And now I think everybody is healthy.
Everybody
Yes.
at Havenstein.
Except
Everybody but
Havenstein.
Havenstein.
Yes. Yeah.
So
You're getting note boom.
somehow they got through all of those injuries, and they're 4-4.
So let me throw this at you guys. So we were for a while, I think, that to win the NFC West, you need to win 10 games, right?
Right.
Let me present this to you. Arizona already has 6.
Yes.
Okay, here's who they have left on their schedule.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Here it is. At Seattle.
Bad.
Okay, bad for the Rams.
Yeah.
So
bad for the
Seattle,
bad team.
Right? Okay, so they win. There's 7.
That's a win.
At Minnesota.
Push.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Could go either way. Let's say
yeah.
let's not put it on the list. Seattle home.
Win. Win.
Okay. New England home.
Yeah, New England sucks.
At Carolina.
One of those two games is going to every year. There's a game you don't see coming. So I would say it when you
One
said
of the
New England.
Seattles.
It might be New
When
England.
you said New England and Carolina, I could see a slip up on one of those games. I don't know which one.
Okay. At Rams.
We can win that.
Okay. San Francisco at home.
They can lose that.
Okay. But that's 10, and that's splitting one of those games.
You're giving them splitting.
Two Seattle, New England, and Carolina.
So what would that mean if you're right?
And then Minnesota's
that
a
would be 10
toss-up.
wins.
If you're right, what's the record at the end of the year?
10-7.
I think they get in.
So
at 10-7. The question is, do the Rams
if
get
they
in?
win one more, if they beat Minnesota, or maybe they beat San Francisco, now they're at 11. Okay, or let's just say they one of those, John, like you're saying, they could go either way, doesn't go their way. To beat them, you're going to have to get to 10 or 11. And
Right.
the Rams' path to 10 or 11 is far more daunting than that.
Although
Because of
there
Philly.
are some
Yeah.
easy spots in there. There are
For
some
the Rams?
easy spots in
New
for the
England,
Rams.
New England
Buffalo,
and New
Jets,
Orleans.
Jets.
and the Saints.
Right, and they
Yeah.
got Buffalo, which is tough.
And Philly.
New England.
And Philly,
or
which is tough.
And San Francisco and Arizona.
And
San
Arizona.
Francisco, Arizona. I think we can beat Arizona.
It may come down to that.
I mean,
Well,
it was
that
a
first Arizona game was not close.
Oh, no,
mismatch.
they blew them out.
Did you see Arizona this weekend?
They look good.
Yes, I
They
did
look
watch.
very good.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray looks very confident right now.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough out the next time out.
Yeah, I like them. I think Harrison Jr. is going to be a stud, and I
Yes.
think James Conner's having a great year.
He is the
And
most
Kyler Murray
underrated
has
running back.
figured it out.
He
You know,
has.
he's now in the top half of quarterbacks rather than the bottom half like he was before.
What's the timeline on that? Like to where you can just say, okay, he's getting better to like you said, John. Okay, he's figured it out. He's a good player, as opposed to he's never going to figure it out. It's time to move on. For a quarterback, is it 4 years? Is it
Depends on the
shorter?
team, because I think we knew about Daniel Jones years ago.
Yeah,
They're
the
still playing him.
hard test case
Yeah.
here is Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff looked like, you can't win the Super Bowl with that guy. He makes too many mistakes, and now he looks like he'd be good. But then again, I think Dan Orlovsky said this morning, and I agree with him, that those 5 interceptions last night cost him any chance at MVP.
I think so too.
You can't be MVP and throw 5 interceptions in a game, even though he won.
Who would be the MVP then?
Right now,
Derrick Henry.
Lamar,
Oh, Lamar.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry,
You know who
yeah.
else is on the list? And they lost yesterday too, so it kind of is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
oddly enough.
Man.
Yeah.
John's Commanders lost yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what, though?
Did you pick them as your new team?
Ireland is his new team is the Commanders.
I had zero issue with that particular loss because Pittsburgh is really good.
Yeah.
Tomlin's a great coach, and I think they may have got screwed on a replay. The Commanders were driving at the end of the game, and they had a 4th and 10, and they threw it right to the first down line. I thought the guy made it. They reviewed it and said he was half a yard short. And if then, I think Jaden Daniels pulls out a miracle. But to be honest, the Commanders already got their miracle on that Hail Mary 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That also
One
ended the
miracle a year.
Bears season. Because remember,
Yeah.
the Bears, I think, were 4-4 at that point. They lost that game. They turn around, they get killed by Arizona. They get killed yesterday by New England.
Yeah.
They only scored 3 points. Kind of coming back to what we were saying a second ago about the quarterbacks. Obviously, no one's saying Caleb Williams is anything other than brand new and getting started.
Right.
But he does not look right all of a
He's
sudden.
holding on to the ball for
Way too long.
Yeah,
Ask me what he does well.
What does he do well?
Get sacked.
Right. And the other thing is the improvisation that worked for him at the collegiate level is not working for
You know
him
why?
at the NFL level.
Because all these guys are like as fast as
Faster.
DeMarco was when he played, and
Exactly.
when Caleb was in college, he could just
Hold it, hold it,
yeah,
hold
and,
it,
and
hold
run
it.
around until
Yes.
a play gets made. And now, really, the only guy who can do that is Lamar.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
you
look,
can't go as
yeah.
off schedule as he does on every
They have the
single
most
the
boring
D linemen
offense,
and
yeah.
the linebackers are as fast as you are.
They
in
are.
college, that's not the
But
case.
they have the most boring offense I've ever seen. They look bored out there. They really do.
He make it to the end of the line, Eberflus?
No.
No.
He's done now.
Absolutely not.
Does he make it to the weekend?
No, Trav, you know that the GM already came out and said not only is he making it till the end of this year, I have no plans to fire him next year. Now, if
He's
this
crazy.
continues...
GM, I believe, is lying.
Yeah. If this continues...
They need a new coordinator.
Well, but everybody said that this Shane Mace, you were all high on
Shane Waldron.
Me too.
Waldron, who came over from Seattle, not good.
He's a Ram for a
Came
while.
from here, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's going back to that old Todd Gurley. That's a middle school offense. Like you have no plan, and they look bored.
They look terrible.
They do. They look bored, and they look disinterested. They look like they don't believe in the plan at all.
What was it, last week or the week before, where one of those guys just walked off the field in the middle of a play?
Yes.
I'm so bummed that we lost to him because
I told DeMarco
it's
that
embarrassing, right?
That's going to be the
winnable
game. If it comes down to one game, that's going to be the one that you
look
look back and say that's the one.
So anyway, there I am at the gym on Saturday.
Yeah.
And who do I see? Emily.
No way.
Yeah, I saw.
Did you know you were members at the same gym?
No, well, I go to a place called Tighter U in Culver City, and you heard me talk about it, and you went there, right?
Yeah. I've been doing personal training there for a little bit. It was just so funny because I was like at the end of my workout.
Yeah, you were doing core.
Yeah, doing core. My eyes were closed, and then I look up. Oh, there's Mason.
Right.
right above
I was
me.
doing leg extensions, and I looked down. There's Emily doing core.
Nice.
I got on the machine before I knew it was Emily.
That's awesome.
Then I sit down. I'm like, oh,
You're like, this girl's in the way.
Yeah, in the way.
What? I don't like running into people out of context. It always
You don't like running into people, period. You don't like people. I can stop at that.
There are three places that I'd be okay running into you. Here, Laker game, golf course. These are places
outside of that, you don't want
If
nothing
I
to do
saw
with
you
me.
in a restaurant, I'd be like, oh God, now I got to go say hi to
Exactly.
Ireland.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole thing.
All right, so I can't wait to see
before you guys
Yeah.
go, I had a surreal, maybe in the 25 years I've been working for the Lakers, a surreal bathroom moment last night. All right, so the way this works is when we go to half, I have 12 minutes to get to a bathroom and get ready for the second half. So I have mastered the art of, as soon as the last play of the half happens, I say, Lakers down by 2, Beto Duran next, ESPN LA. Boom. Drop my headset, straight to the bathroom. And I'm normally the first one there, and there's no line. The bathroom at Crypto.com Arena now is co-ed, and there's 3 rooms.
You're talking about downstairs.
Yeah, in the Chick Hearn press
Right.
room. 3 rooms. So I go down, and there's a line. And there's never a line. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And Ray, who's our in-house guy, he worked for the main.
Ray's a great guy.
Yeah.
He does a terrific job.
And he's killing it as the Laker in-house guy.
He's awesome.
So Ray's in the front of the line, and he looks at me, and I'm backed up, and he goes, you can take the next one that opens, but I got to tell you, man, we've all been here for about 5-6 minutes, and all 3 rooms have not opened up.
Who was it? Who
and
was
I'm
in
like,
there?
huh. And I look to my right, and standing right next to me is a woman, and she goes, yeah, you got to take the next one if you got to go back up. And I go, okay, thanks, guys. It's Halsey is the woman next to me.
Oh, no kidding.
Is the one that said go ahead?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I look to my left, and the guy left, I think his name is Nick, but he's an actor who played Jaime Lannister on Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, Nick Coster-Waldau.
Yeah, he's next to me on the left side. And I'm like, and he looks at me and he goes, well, looks like you got friends in the right places.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Halsey?
I got Halsey on my right. I got Jaime Lannister on my left. They're going to let me have the next stall. The door opens. Jessica Alba comes out of the bathroom.
That's crazy.
And I know her husband, Cash Warren, Mike Warren's son. And so then Cash pops out of the second door. And so I started talking to him. I had 4 celebrity sightings in the span of 1 minute.
That's amazing.
And they were all nice and let me go, and I got back up in time.
Welcome to the Laker game.
The one time I got to go to Saturday Night Live was Halsey was the host.
Oh, okay.
And she
By the way, could not have been nicer.
She did the most amazing thing. So her second song, she was the host and the musical guest. So her second song, she had this big piece of tarp on the stage. And while she was singing, upside down, she painted the face of a person. And I was
while singing,
wow, painted a face upside down.
People like that have more
beautiful.
talent in their little finger than I have in my whole body.
She was just insane. And I'm always impressed by the people that can be both the host and the musical guest, because that is a lot. Miley Cyrus does it. Halsey
Justin
does
Timberlake.
It.
Yeah.
But there are very few that are able to do that.
Like a face, like you knew it was which person it was, or like a smile and two eyes.
Oh no, it was a
Well, do you guys know who David Garibaldi is?
Yes.
Refresh my memory.
All right, so he does halftime acts. He's a halftime show, and he will come out with just cans of paint. They drop a tarp on the court, and he comes out with cans of paint, and he's got a brush in his left hand, he's got a brush in his right hand, and they set up a giant canvas, and he just starts to music, starts painting stuff with both hands, and while he's dancing, and you look up at the end, and it's a perfect caricature of LeBron or AD or whatever team he's in. It's go Google that online. Google David Garibaldi on YouTube and watch what this guy does. It's unbelievable.
I have no discernible.
And the last
skills
stroke is what brings it home, right?
Yeah, and it's like multicolored and really
It's really
good.
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would take Trav. It would take you or I 10 years to paint